Hey everybody. I might have missed whoever did the first thing in chat because this is all I see. But hi and happy Friday. It is the day that we launch v0.3, excuse me, of Skeleseller. What happened to my to-do list? Time to go fetch it. Adam is about to launch v0.3 of Skeleseller on itch. He just wants to make sure he wants to make sure everything is ready first. Yeah. So yesterday I did a bunch of mostly bug fixes, but largely last minute prep. So here are all the commits I made. I know this doesn't mean a lot, but I'll try the game really fast myself right now and just make sure everything's looking good. And I'm not going to do a whole lot here. We're just going to go through the main flow and, like I said, make sure nothing's broken. I'm sure someone's going to find something that actually is broken. Let me speed this all up too. Yeah, there. I don't need to wait like everybody else. All right. And I tested some edge cases here about what happens if you skip something or do something sort of out of order, and it should be working. All right, now let's just grant most things and let's try going to some later instance. Okay. I don't see any like obvious problems in this. So we're going to say that that was a successful test. I tested it for all of yesterday. So that's why we're not doing a whole lot right now. Hey, Smolzen. Studying some Python coding right now. Nice. And hey, Batman. And hi, everybody, actually. I'm not going to say individual hellos right now, but yeah. Hi and welcome. Okay, let's make sure we've gone through these tasks. Update the itch page, upload the builds. We still need to do that, obviously. So upload builds, edit today command. What else? We did this. Those things we can do in a little bit. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we just need to upload the builds. All right, well, let's get to it then, huh? Releasing the game, open export. And then click export all. Release. Okay. Then run upload to itch. Wow, so easy. So easy. I can't show you this dialogue though, I think. Yeah, it's on my other monitor. There's no way to move it to the main monitor. It's exporting for Mac right now. So it's got to do this for Windows and for Linux. I can test the Mac build pretty easily, but I'll leave it to everyone in chat to test the other builds. Oh, also, I got to test to see if I'm streaming on Steam. Oh, you know what I could do? I could just go to the Steam page right now, right? Am I streaming on you? Look at that, now broadcasting. Is it me? It's me. Wow. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm glad that's all working. Ski helped me figure that out. Okay. All right, we got our builds exported. I'm gonna go try one of them really fast, and then we can just publish. And then celebrate. Game out. Delete this. All right, I should be able to launch this. I don't even think it needs permission to do that. We need a proper loading screen, that's for sure. Yeah, cool. Is there sound? Nice. Nice. Yeah, and again, make sure you click this button in the game. Although you really don't need the button for it. You could use the wishlist command there. Okay, now we got to upload it. This should be dead simple. We should just be able to call this. Not sure if I needed to run it from the no such file or directory. Yeah, I do need to run it from here. Uh-oh. Maybe what I'm supposed to do is actually run it from here. Nothing matches tools. What? Oh, SKELESELLER. Oh, there are two SKELESELLER directories. Tools, upload. Now it's working. Okay, yeah. So what I should say is cd tools run upload to itch. Why is this taking so long? 177 MIBI bytes. Okay, that apparently worked. And thanks for the partner anniversary things. This day means nothing to me from the point of view of being a partner years ago. It means way more to me because of SKELESELLER. But I appreciate it. Okay, so now we go to itch. And we should see the builds up here. Today at 8:50. Yes, that's correct. Do I need to do anything else? I don't think I need to do anything else. I think I just need to click this and then save it. Okay, I think it'll work. I think you can download it now. I'm actually not sure. So if anyone opens a game, I'll link it in just a sec. But anyone who opens a game, you should see this from the get-go. Like your skeleton, a dialogue. If you don't see this, it means it's the old version. And it means I still have more work to do, apparently. But I'll link this page. Actually, do I have... Thank you, SKELESELLER LAUNch. No, that's not the right page. Here it is. Okay, yeah. And I guess I'll write this here too. You don't need to take any action on itch for the new builds to be downloadable. Yeah, so we got to check in the README. Yeah, so do let me know if that works. Adam launched the third checkpoint, v0.3, of SKELESELLER today. Try it for free here. Please wishlist the game and make sure to leave feedback if you play the game. Windows seems all good. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. All right, yeah. So check out the game, everybody. We have successfully launched. So upload build, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. Now we need to push the README changes. Update README. This is not worth commenting what I did in the README. I don't think it's very important. And now what I want to do is go take a look through these things. So we uploaded the builds. We're done with that. We have not celebrated yet. I should get out my party hat. I do want to do a little bit of a retrospective here for a little bit. So I got back from my last vacation right around this day, I guess, August 28th. But we launched the last checkpoint on July 26th. So I guess I had a little bit of time leading up to that. Yeah, I had these streams, which is what, 3, 6, 8 streams. And what did we do? Worked on music, worked on game design, got back to coding, manually moving items. Yeah, I did a lot of new player experience stuff. We've come a long way though. Oh wait, what am I doing? We don't need to do this anymore. We can do this now. Yeah. Launched v0.3, ta-da. Spent the morning celebrating. I don't know if that's even true. Spent the morning planning the next checkpoint. I don't want to just move on. I do want to kind of just look at what we've done, as I mentioned. Man, there was a lot of work that went into all this stuff. And the new player experience especially, I think this is crucial in games, and I think it's maybe a little bit easier to do in a game where you're controlling a character because you can just kind of show people instead of needing to tell them. I think when you are looking at the typical like Super Mario Bros, they didn't have an official tutorial in the original, but there still kind of was, and that there was an enemy that would kill you in the first like 4 seconds if you walked into it, so it taught you how to jump. And that's it. You could literally play all of Mario Bros. 1 with just walk and jump. I think most players would need the run button for one part of it, but it's easier when you can just press a button and see the result. Cool if I post it. Yes. Totally cool. Ski. Thank you for asking. Yeah. First to beat the game wins absolutely nothing. Well, what I'm hoping people take a look at is what kind of build diversity can they come up with. There's not a lot in... Oh, we can't even... I gotta fix some of this stuff. Okay, hang on. There's not a lot in the current build. Yeah, because this is the skill layout we have now. And I think we're going to switch to skill trees. And then I think we can do some kind of cool stuff. Because all of the skills right now work the same way, which is you put a point into it and you get a very tiny upgrade, and you just keep getting a tiny upgrade. And I'd like it if some of the skills were unique. Like this could just be gain a chance to crit, and that's it. It's one skill point. You now can crit. Yeah, but we can't do that right now in the current system, so we'll need to change that around a bit. All right, close out the checkpoint. I think we have like a million things in checkpoint 3 that, yeah, 44 open issues. We're going to need to pretty much just bump all of these. The building system was done though, right? What haven't we done? Did we get this code back in? I already did that. Fade in the guild. Probably want to explain why the guild is just a signboard. Yeah, I guess there are a couple of little issues there. Not all of this stuff is even going to work through checkpoint or work for checkpoint number 4. All right, I want to make a new milestone. How do we even do that? I think you do it through this. No, you don't. Where do you make a new milestone? The milestones UI is here. New milestone. I only saw new issue, I thought. Maybe I was looking at issues. Okay, so checkpoint number 4, be 0.4. Due date. I want to choose November, maybe 8th. How many days from now is that? How many days until November 8th? 42. Okay, but how many weekdays? 30. Yeah. All right, let's do that. Did we have descriptions for the last ones, I wonder? I don't think so. No. Okay, create it. So what should go in for checkpoint number 4? Oh, did I close that launch task? I don't think I even did. Yeah, launch checkpoint number 3. This is... We still have to close this out. We still have to look at that. Okay, so we haven't finished this yet. Close that task. The things that I have written down for checkpoint number 4, obviously process feedback. That's, I think, the most important thing. Here's your puffin. And hey, life's faded. Yeah, my goal, I said, get people to say I want more of this game and not I want changes to this game. I think that is crucial. Checkpoint number 3, check. Today. This was July 26th, and this was May 17th. So we got to write those down the right way. May 17, July 26. Oh, didn't mean to delete all of that. There we go. Hey, James. Client training session, GL on launch day. Be back in a bit. Cool, yeah. Good luck on the client training session. New player experience, balancing content. We didn't really do this. And at least one music track. Proud to say that that is done. See if feedback's dying down. Yeah, so checkpoint number 4. This is not actually beta, although we need a beta at some point. Beta, I don't know, January. So November 8th is what I'm leaning toward. Intro to the game, bring customers to life. Test the game outside the editor, you know, just in case? No, I did not. Other than just to make sure it ran, that was it. The way I looked at it is that we haven't had problems with it in the past, and the only difference should be that we use the debug flag in the builds that we have. So that functionally the only real change would have been two things. One is this, which is that we lock the camera only in release builds. And two is this, which is that we show a debug speed up button, which I did not actually test, but let's go take a look right now. Yeah, I'll take a quick look. So we can't move the camera. Poetral, thanks for the 3 months ahead of time resub. Shows a lot of confidence in the stream. Okay, there's no speed up button here. You can cancel this, by the way, in which case then the camera's just locked, but then you just click start battle again and it eventually fixes itself. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Poetral. All right, this is definitely the primary goal. Which means we need to make sure that we're working toward it. Start the vlog, add boss monsters. I think that'd be cool. Proper skill trees, I also think would be nice. What do you think about that? How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm happy to have launched the game. I'm happy to get more feedback. I sort of think ahead to when, right now we're launching version 0.3, but imagine when we're launching version 1. I'm going to be like ultra jittery. And also there is going to be a lot more weight behind that. Right now it was just, oh, make a thing public and, you know, a few people are here and care about it, but it's not huge. It's not like it's a general launch to the public. But for V1, we're probably going to do some marketing pushes or try to get streamers or something. I don't know. How do I zoom on Mac with a trackpad? I think I added shortcuts for that. Oh no, did I not? Camera. I could have sworn we did because we got this feedback at one point. Ah, UI zoom in. What is that button? Project settings, input map. Okay, the equal sign and the minus sign on your keyboard should work. Why is it not working for me? Maybe it does not actually function. Or maybe something's taking the focus. Or, oh, it's locked right now. Oh, why is it locked? Uh-oh. Yeah, my camera is locked, but it shouldn't be. Because I built the shop, although I guess I also granted most things. Okay, that is a problem, but I could just click this button again. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, minus and plus seem to work, yeah. Although you do have to press it multiple times. You can't hold it down. Yeah. If you shouldn't need a numpad, although those keys should work. You should be able to just use your plus and minus keys, I guess, on your keyboard. Because I have this coded both ways. It says the equals button and then KP add. And it should be the opposite over here. Yeah, minus and KP subtract. So KP is the numpad. And I know you're saying that works, but hopefully you don't need a numpad. And I don't have a numpad, so I think it's working for me. Posts are all done now. Cool. Let me go to Twitter and retweet. This still says alpha-v. Wait, what is this? This says the correct one. It just didn't update in the open graph thing. Oh, that's too bad. They have two numpads, yeah. I don't think there's a way to update that. Either way, I want to retweet this. Repost. They don't even call it retweet anymore. I guess because of the rebranding to X. Okay, one of the questions I have, are boss monsters actually important for checkpoint number 4? And I would say probably not, but I do want this listed somewhere on here. Add fun events. This isn't boss monsters, right? No, yeah, but I want to add in boss monsters. That's not what I want. They do not work for you. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna file this as an issue to look at some point. To zoom the game. Okay, new issue, add boss monsters. We need oh man, we need another milestone here too. There's a whenever, there's a pre-launch, but we need like a beta thing. Beta, I don't even know when this is gonna be by. I'm just gonna write January something, 24. All right, so add boss monsters. They should probably be able to show up in. I'm not gonna write anything. They're just regular monsters that can be larger than normal if we go that route and have different abilities. Add tooltips for boss monsters so that you can tell what their special abilities are. And consider making them stand out somehow, e.g. a red glowing outline around them. All right, I'm just gonna submit that. Yeah, I don't think that's important for checkpoint number 4. Hey, Pre-Technic. Yep, v0.3 launched. This used to work for invalidating card cache. Not sure it still works though. Oh, yeah. And the URL of the page with meta tags. What? Card preview has moved to Tweak Composer. We've recently removed the preview functionality. I don't even know where Tweak Composer is. I'm not going to worry about this right now, but yeah. What's the thing to click the link? Yeah, today command. Yeah. Okay. Do we have this? Next checkpoint should be at the end of September. Steam, sound effects. Sound effects I think would be pretty nice to get into the game. Add sound effects. Proper skill trees. I don't know if they're necessary for the next thing though. Ah, man, I don't know. They nuked all that with a page verification. What a shame. I want to consider early access, which means supporting save files properly. Oh, I never even mentioned that, but yeah, save files are not working. I really should have just disabled the buttons in the game. Along the lines of your mentoring streams and organization course, I was thinking we could maybe do a chat on or off stream, your choice, about cleaning up and prioritizing tasks for a project. Mine being rail ops. Thoughts? So normally I'd say, yeah, we could do something like that. However, I think we're going to be tight on time for SKELESELLER. And I just said the other day, I'm going to hold off on new interviews and mentees. So could it take place over text by any chance? Like, could you ask some questions in Discord? Because in that case, I would say post to either off topic or coding or whatever makes the most sense for you. And I can try to respond just in my free time, I guess. Just stock walking at the entrance at an animation until the first stuff comes through the portal. Free Technic, I'm going to explicitly not answer your question and see if the game answers it for you. So if in 5 minutes you're still confused or there's a problem, do let me know. But otherwise, I want you to experience this like someone would normally experience it without me kind of being there over their shoulder. The animation, the walk animation, I will say this. The walk animation is probably just temporary. I know they're walking in place. I don't really think it's a problem. Some games have that aesthetic, but yeah, we could have an idle animation there. Maybe a good exercise. Yeah, and if not, then Uh, I'll write down what you said here. Yeah. Let's put this at the bottom. Because I would be open to helping. I just don't know if it's the smartest move from my point of view. Only because of the prioritization of my own tasks. Hey, Chris. All right, so back to checkpoint number 4 stuff. So we don't have the feedback yet from checkpoint number 3. And I'm not saying like rush to play the game and rush to give feedback. We'll eventually get that. And that's going to be probably the most important task on Monday. I need to get this stuff off my list. Oh, we also have mentoring again on Monday. Look through checkpoint 3 feedback and figure out what to prioritize. What are you respectful of your time? Yeah. I'll have to see. I'm guessing there's sort of an implicit timeline for this, as in if I took a year getting back to you, it would no longer be relevant. Like, what's the upper limit on how long this would still be helpful for you? Because potentially, maybe in like December or something, yeah, maybe that would work. All right, next checkpoint, v0.4, private link. The private link is going to be to this. Should probably update the FAQ. I want to start a vlog. I think that's important. All right, can I play before then? There will be occasional builds uploaded here on itch. Last build was uploaded on September 27th. Note the, I guess I should say v0.3. The next build, v0.4, should land mid-November. Something in Q4 might work, but really if it's too much, no hurt feelings. Okay, yeah, I will. I'll write this down there too. All right, so yeah, as mentioned, we need to get feedback. I don't think sound effects are super important. The vlog, I think it's important, but I don't think it helps the game, or at least not directly. Proper skill trees, I don't think we're probably going to change a whole lot. Focus on customers acting like customers. Music track, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's finish up these things. One of these was go through the questions I had again. So let me read through these. I'm just going to answer these myself, but these are sort of just questions for the player base. So biggest question, does it feel like there's enough to do at any time? Should we add more manual actions? Right now, we have about an hour of gameplay. And for that hour, I think it's pretty good. But then after that, I think there probably will be a tendency for players to just sort of leave the game running for a little while. Let's see. Let's go start up a battle here. Let's put some skill points in. Oops. Warrior. There we go. Start battle. I guess unlock auto battling. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to be 12 hours into the game and still watching the same sort of thing happen. Is that a wild idea? What if we made this like a 3-hour long game and that was it? Oh man. I think if we sold it for like $3, I think people would be okay with that. But yeah, I don't think they'd be okay with that if it were a $10 game. Also, I feel like people probably wouldn't have the expectation that if you made a very short game like that, I think it would be interesting though. It would definitely solve a lot of the sort of design problems of like, okay, what am I doing in the game? Well, the game only lasts for 3 hours, so what you're doing is you're working your way through each of these phases and understanding what the next phase is at any time. Hey, Spike. I'm gonna run this through a translator. Happy anniversary of becoming a partner. Wow, that's just a lot more words, huh? Yeah, I'm alive. And we just launched version 0.3 of SKELESELLER today. But yeah, I see you haven't been here for 6 months. Welcome back. Actually, that means you haven't even seen SKELESELLER, I guess. Well, you should try it out. You'll have no expectations because you haven't even heard of the game. Oh man. Anyway, the manual actions thing. So this is what I thought was going to be the biggest problem that we're facing. And maybe it still will be. It's a long play time, but it's mostly idle, very little manual. What is the how long to beat? Rusty's retirement. 37 hours for the main story. How's this doing on Steam right now? Very, very well. Did I develop a new game without you? We haven't finished it, but yes. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. What do we need to do for checkpoint number 4? And I think it's worth remembering primary goal is get players to submit feedback indicating that they just want more of the game. So maybe we need there to be more of the game so that players can decide if they like the progression of content. Still think we're going to get a lot of feedback saying to make the game more active. And I don't exactly have a solution for that. Oh, by the way, I thought of an idea here. Do we have... high-level ideas? What if the player-wide skill tree was the way that equipment was manifested? You complete quests which unlock the item for your skeleton. Then you can only equip so many at a time. E.g. the sword, the first sword quest gives you auto battling. I just vaguely I had this idea yesterday, I think. Right now in the game, you have a skill tree which takes points and you put the points into things. This is pretty classic for games. But what if when you complete a quest, you unlock an item and you choose which ones are being equipped? But it doesn't it's functionally identical or practically identical, I should say. And thank you, Fanatic Mind. Hey TJ. Traveling for a work event? Ooh, I hope it's fun travel. Something like a short hike is $8 and it's roughly 3 hours. I mean, that is another idea, and I never thought about that. But yeah, what if we made this like a smaller game? Should the game just be much shorter than I'd originally planned? E.g., 3 to 5 hours. Feel like it's almost wasted potential, but who knows? But yeah, I just kept thinking it's either add active elements, lean into the idle elements, and I thought, okay, those are the only things we can do, but shorten the game is another one. Closed an instance with auto battle enabled, and I lost the 2 adventurers that were in the instance. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let me see. Okay, that didn't stop it. I guess it's when you close it with auto battle. Okay, so it must have been something like this then. They get there, they win the battle, we turn on auto battle, then we win the battle again and hit close. Ah, you are right. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well there is something you can do about this, but it's going to cause other issues. You could save and then load and just make sure you never click another sign for a shop you already have. So yeah, your characters will be free, but you'll eventually be able to build the same shops you already had built. Maybe not the alchemist. No, yeah, you could even build the alchemist. Okay, so this sign is just going to be stuck there. So never click the sign and never build another alchemist, or else it'll be in a permanently screwed up state. I think slowing things down initially will balance with balance will give more playtime. Yeah. I think that's true. And I think maybe that's what we try to steer toward. By slowing down the game a bit, it will also give us a better idea of the final balance. And maybe it's time to make customers act like customers. Okay, I gotta fix that bug. So thank you for reporting that, Kevin. Rusty is very slow, but it's also practically fully idle, I feel. So I think it's okay to have things that are slow. Okay, so how does this happen? End battle screen. You can close this. A simple thing we could do is disable a close button when you have auto battle enabled. But I think the proper thing to do is to turn off auto battle before we close this. I think that's all we need to do, actually. If auto battle... How do we even know if this is on? Auto repeat button? Oh, the instance has it? Instance slot has it? Yeah, instance slot has auto repeat. But I don't even know if we can get the instance slot from here, can we? Slot? Nope. Well, that's too bad. Anyway, we could just figure it out based on the checked property of this. How do we figure out if it's even... Oh my god. I don't know. You check if a check button is toggled. Oh, toggled is what it's called, right? Ah, okay. If it's... No, it's not called toggle. Toggle mode? The button is in toggle mode. That's not it either. Is pressed? Oh my god. You'd think I'd figure this out at some point. Button pressed. If true, its state is pressed. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so if it's pressed, then unpress it. Set press no signal. Don't we just want it to have the signal? Auto repeat toggled. Stop the timer. Okay, yeah. I think this will do it. When closing a battle that had auto battle on, we need to free the adventurers from the portal. Oh, that's a good point. Thank you, Sinistella. I hate you, no bug. Fix this bug. All right, I'm gonna give you a point for that too. Okay, did we fix this? Quit this thing, start it up again. You're on the board. Rank number 10 with everybody else. All right, grant most things, give ourselves auto battle, Start a battle. Win that battle. Turn on auto battle. Win that battle. This never unlocks this. Wait a second. Building the shop. I wonder, I don't think players get stuck in that state, right? I better test that out. Make sure players don't get stuck in a state of looking at the alchemist. I seem to be getting stuck for some reason. Okay, so we closed this. Did we get our adventurers back? I think so. I don't remember who we had in there, but I think it was that. So warrior and cleric. Let's just pay attention to that. Good. Close. They popped out of the portal. Perfect. Gonna do the whole notarization thing in Mac? Yes. Yeah, there are instructions on the itch page right now for that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these. Get a message about being blocked to bypass this. Yeah. Okay, so fix bug with auto battle. When closing a battle that has auto battle enabled, the adventurers would get stuck in the portal. Okay, so there's that. Now we need to rebuild or re-export, I guess. Let's go do that and then re-upload. Export. Okay. How do you type on that thing? I have a whole video talking about it. Check it out, Reborn. In short, the answer is layers. So at any given time, the key does one thing, and then you press something else, and the key will do a different thing. Let's see if the new README instructions are good. Just run upload to itch. It's still exporting. It's exporting to Windows right now. Waiting, waiting. Now it's exporting to Linux. Waiting. Okay, I think it's done. So I'm gonna call upload. Oh, nice. Added 3 MB of fresh data. Yeah, so changed very little. All right, cool. So the new build should be online, and it should have the bug fixed, Kevin. Anyone who already started playing the game, just make sure not to close a battle that has auto battle running. As for Sinistello's bug, I don't think it's crucial to fix that right now, so I will probably hold off a little bit. Let me take a look at this again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is crucial to fix, but I do think it's worth fixing at some point. Hey, wait a second, actually. Yeah, I guess you would just close the dialogue and hit the start button. Yeah. Feel so bored after coding for 10 years professionally. Any suggestions on any fun projects I can make? I work on AWS and Node. Well, then I'm guessing you don't want to do anything cloud related. Although maybe you do. I would generally say to just examine your own interests. So what do you tend to do for fun? Find like an add-on project to what your hobbies already are. So if it's games, you could try game dev. If it's exercising, you could try some sort of like exercise tracker app or something like that. If it's whatever, tennis, you could, I don't know, make a tennis social network. You could do something just on top of what is already interesting to you so that maybe you'll sort of dislodge where the fun is for yourself and be interested again. However, I think some people, it's just okay to have like you're a professional developer and it's no longer fun for you and it's just a job. Play a lot of games, you and your Unreal. Any game engine, try them both. See what you think. See if you even like game development. I wouldn't spend too long trying to pick an engine. I would just pick one and then see what it feels like. Yeah. All right, well, this is a direction that I hadn't actually thought of before. I thought we need to add different systems, but maybe we do need to flesh out the balance and the content. If we're going to do this, the tasks we would tackle, tasks if we decide we should test progression, would be make customers have well, I'll just say act like customers. I know what that means at the very least. Add boss monsters, add sound effects, and balance progression. And probably add skill trees. Yeah. Yeah. Tasks, if we don't decide to test progression, would be some kind of crafting / combining. And new buildings. All right, here's where I wonder how much we can place trust in the past surveys that were sent out. Let me see if I can find what I'm talking about here. Man, wish there was a way where if a Google form detected you were the owner, that it said you can just go to the results from the form itself. But instead you have to go to like Google Forms and find it through there. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. So this was the prior checkpoint of the game. There were 38 responses, which is not a lot. And yet the majority of people, like more than 75%, if you just look at the red and blue sections, liked the game. They had fun. So if we could trust this, which like I said, I don't know if we can, then we could be like, look, we're on the right track already. So maybe just keep going in this direction. And that would be the best outcome for me so that I don't need to keep adding new systems to the game and trying things out. Hey, Dan. Hey, APX. Thank you both. All right, well, we have a fork in the road here, and I don't know which path to take until we get the feedback. And even then, I think it's going to be somewhat of a leap of faith. Like, can I just paste from Markdown? Yeah, that sort of worked. We could always do this later, too. Will it be an install game or a browser game? An install game, yeah. Which is what it currently is right now, too. So if you want to check it out, do take a look. I think it could be a browser game on itch, but it can't be on Steam because then there's no way to pay for the game, basically. I'm leaning toward this. Yeah, so note the tasks listed above for if we test progression are tasks that already need to be done. So I'm leaning toward that bucket anyway. Plus, at any point, we can add extra systems / buildings. Yeah. I don't think this makes sense. Unless we really need more. No, I don't think this makes sense. Yeah. It'd be a ton of work to do that in, what do we have, like a month and a half? 1 month's worth of weekdays. And I don't think it's the most important thing to do. So I think I'm steering toward this. The skill trees thing, there are two parts of that work. One is the make the UI for it all. But then the other part is design the new skills. That will not be easy. Well, and then like code them all, I guess. I guess it's the combination of these things. Just designing them, I guess, is not that hard. But yeah, making them all work. Maybe we even allow for new skills at some point. It would be pretty interesting. Who suggested this? Somebody suggested this. Oh, I think my friend who played over the weekend. Yeah. Other people have talked about it too. And I just thought, nah, it doesn't really make sense. But the more I think about it, it actually does make sense. Tooltips, saving parties, put this inside a panel container. That's not exactly what I want. Yeah, I think we just need to say like make adventurer skill trees. Make adventurer skill trees. All right, so during the user research session before checkpoint 3, my friend suggested, I'm just going to type this over here. All right, my friend suggested that we add skill trees with icons. The more I thought about it, I realized that it would be a good fit for the game. Hit repeat battle and it started before they were all healed back. Is that intentional? Yes. So you presumably had auto battle on? Because if you did not have auto battle on, then it was not intentional. Because I can explain this sort of rationale behind this. But anyway, I'll just type it out. Oh wait, you hit repeat battle without auto battle on. Oh wait, yes, that is intended. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether you have it on or not. Repeat indicates that you want to go back to the battle, like right now. Yeah. Maybe it'd be nicer for people to just, you can only go into battle if you're at full life. I'm not sure. The nice thing is you could have always fleed the battle now that we added that button. But yeah, I wonder if we should make it so that you just always have to be at full life before starting a new battle. I'll paste your message in here. All right, what was I just having? Oh yeah, so during this, friend suggested that we add skill trees. The more I thought about it, I realized it'd be a good fit for the game. I think I wrote this down somewhere. Something about customization. Yeah. You can even add skills to the tree. Yeah, that's another thing. Oh man, this could change a lot. Pros are allows us to do cooler skills than just get plus X% of something. It allows for more customization. It cuts complexity down at the beginning of the game, since you can just expose 2 options for the first choice rather than 4. It would even allow us to add new abilities entirely. Maybe the rogue gets, or maybe the mage gets a new spell at level 15, something like that. I just thought I'd wait for full health. Yeah, the it's no issue part though is if something violates expectations for enough players, I think it becomes an issue, even if the impact is sort of minimal. And the thinking behind what's coded is you should be able to start a battle when you want. So if you're like, oh, I'm just going to the forest, why do I have to wait for full life? That was kind of the rationale behind it. And if we forced you to wait for full life, I guess you wouldn't be able to do that. Allows for more customization, yeah. All right, so the work. Okay, number of points. Figure out how we want this to work. E.g., I had a note written down that we don't need prerequisites like Diablo 2. where you need to put a point into skill A to unlock skill B. It could instead be that you need X total points spent before you unlock a particular tier of skills. Hey, Malmsey. Easier in the game. Choice is more exciting. Lots more customization. It makes progressing more exciting because you unlock different choices / powers down the line. Many different skills would make sense to do so. Allows us to design many different skills when it makes sense to do so. Okay, so figure that out. Next up is make the skill tree take the focus of the game when you open it. Right now, it's just a window sort of on the side. It should be it should probably show with an overlay on the background of the game. All right, next up is, I guess design the skills for each class. How do prerequisites work? How many skill points should you get? And how many skill choices are there? Then design the skills for each class and code the skills for each class. This, as written, would probably take minimally a week to do. And if we have 4 weeks or something, then that's a quarter of the time. I don't think it's necessarily a problem if people realize that's what happens when they hit start battle and I don't know what to expect for the rest of the game. That's true. Yeah. Do you want bug reports and feedback in the Discord? While I'm streaming, you can type them here, I guess. But then in the future, like if it's over the weekend, yeah, I think in Discord would be good. I can revive the SKELESELLER thread. Oh, you know what? You could actually just post it in the SKELESELLER Discord, now that I think about it. Yeah, there's a bug reports thing in here. Yeah. And if people haven't joined that Discord, there are links to both Discords there. Okay, so I think this is good. Let's go create this issue. And this should probably be for checkpoint number 4. All right, proper skill trees. Okay, next, let's go back to the questions here. So does it feel like there's enough to do? I think I got sidetracked answering this question because I finally realized, wait a second, we could just make it so that the game does not last for as long. And I think there's something to this idea. Like, sort of general philosophy here is a game should last for as long as it's fun. And there's a caveat to this, which is the business philosophy, which is a game should last for as long as it's making money. But I am not in that philosophy right now, so who cares about this? A game should last for as long as it's fun. And maybe with another little caveat, which is it could go on for longer for the people who find the extra content fun. So many games have this concept of like a regular completion where maybe you've done, 80% or 90% of the game. And then they've got that last like 10 to 20% of the content for the people who really care. And generally, this is not like a high cost thing to do. Why is my cursor a plus right now? That's weird. Yeah, generally, this is not a high cost thing to do. So, yeah. Yeah, on Steam, it should last longer than 2 hours. Yeah. Be outside the refund window. To be honest, I don't think there was ever a risk of the game being less than 2 hours long. Also, I bet there are lots of people who play games, and even if they're like, well, I like sort of had fun, that they probably wouldn't refund it. Well, I know there's some very refund trigger happy people out there. I don't think anyone's going to feel ripped off as long as expectations are set correctly. Okay, so I still don't have an answer to this totally yet. Is there enough tension with the gameplay? I feel like true idle games are just about numbers go up, but games about decision making usually have some tension between the decisions. Should we have a day-night cycle? I don't think so. Not at this point. Enough tension with the gameplay. Well, we made it so adventurers can stock items again. So there is that tension of like, is my adventurer doing the thing I want them to be doing? There's also the whole production consumption thing and manually moving items around. I feel like there aren't sort of obvious goals in the game, things to look forward to next. Is the goal structure clear to the player? Do you know what the next step is in the game? Are you looking forward to it? Hey, Root. Thank you. When did I become a partner? I guess 2016 or something. I don't fully remember. I remember it being later than it probably should have been. All right, anything clear about the ideal party size in the game? More characters you have in a party, less obvious is going to be how the battles are going. Even balancing those fights will be tougher. As a player, it'll be tough to figure out how many healers and tanks you should have. Maybe that's the fun of the battle system, though. So after playing the game, I made it so that the party size you can have is about, I think it's 4 for most of the battles. And one thing that was kind of cool about setting it to 4 is that you had more options you could try. Because if you have 7 things and you're choosing 4, there's more combinations than 7 things choosing 3. What am I doing? I wanted to go to this, yeah. Okay, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these instances that take 4 party members. So if we just go to this one, for example, and send 4 party members into a fight. I think that the question is really, do we have 3 or do we have 4 party members allowed in a fight? And we don't even need to really make a hard decision somewhere. It could just be some places allow 3, some places allow 4, just like it is now. But which one's more fun or more conducive to the game design? Like, can you tell what's going on in a battle like this? I guess you can. Oh, by the way, Kevin, if you're still there and listening, that bug you found, out of curiosity, why did you close the battle window? I just want to know if it's something that you had different expectations or you were just kind of poking around, testing something to see if there was a break. I'm not actually paying attention to what I'm trying to be paying attention to here, which is, can you tell everything that's going on in here? Thanks, Muddy. You can tell what's going on. I guess if you had 3 party members, though, we could show you their statuses a little bit better, too. I thank you too, Lupus. Is it playable right now? Yes, it is. Yep. Check out the today command. Oh, right. I forgot that just by literally saying that. I wanted to cancel auto repeat and send those adventurers elsewhere. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that's totally fair. Yeah. Okay, I think that having 3 party members would actually be fine. The ideal party size should probably be 3 party members. This makes it so that we don't need to design as many adventurers for you to have 3 full parties. Oh, but then the problem is, oh yeah, I didn't think about this. The problem is that, well, one potential problem is that you may be steered into having a tank plus healer plus DPS. for each party. We could just allow certain instances with only 2 or 4, just like v0.3 has. But you don't commonly fight there. Okay, yeah, I think that could be okay. Do battles need to be clearer? I don't know. We have the stats now for a battle. I did not mean to close that. And I just yesterday added this button in. If you click this cog, it just opens up the settings menu where you can then turn on these game settings and see your loot that you won and your stats. Although now that I'm doing that, I see that this creates a little space there. I'm not super concerned about that right now. Even if I consider that to be a bug, it's just not impactful. So if I were to repeat this and then win the battle, you'll see, oops, there, yeah. You'll see the items you win. Something I'm not actually aware of, if you get item doubling, does this work? Does this show up there, I wonder? I don't actually recall. So if I just keep clicking win, so I won 3. I want this should be able to go beyond 3, but I might need to click this quite a lot of times. Ah, there we go. Yeah, 4. Okay, that did not take long. Cool. So it is working. Hey, Matt. Twitch, type this for me. Twitch is going to type all your thoughts eventually. All right, ability system. Should the class defining passive also have some mods on it? Oh, that's another thing we could do pretty easily. I like that idea. Class defining abilities can have mods very easily. E.g. mental swiftness gets plus 10% chance to proc. It's not that big of a deal if the fights kind of look like a cluster. What matters is general push and pull of the action. After a while, it's typically down a couple of units. Yeah. Okay, yeah, interesting. I don't think that I'm going to write anything about this. Yeah. And Zoe, thanks for the bits. Happy launch day to you too. I hope you play. I hope you like it. Half the cost of the 500/20. You know what? I was just talking about this to my wife like yesterday or 2 days ago. I said I'm now streaming to Steam, which means I'm streaming to 3 platforms: YouTube, Twitch, and Steam. And on my old internet that we had, I don't know what the exact numbers were, but I think it was like 100 down and 5 up. And I just wouldn't be able to do that. The 5 up is just so limiting. Yeah, today is launch day of v0.3. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm very excited. I have the usual thoughts in my head of like, I want to look at feedback, although if there's any feedback right now, it's probably like 2 responses. So I need to wait for there to be a critical mass. But yeah, but who knows what there will be. Yeah, should the class defining passives have some mods? I feel like it would work well. Reduce damage of incoming hit. Actually, this would be super cool. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think this has got to be one of the things we do. In fact, I should write these ideas down over there. Ideas for skills. See the ideas for skills section below. I want there to be hyphens on all of these, and it's just easier to do in VS Code. See? Much easier. All right, update comment. Yeah, and I just wrote down, so I don't even know if these are good anymore. I just, whatever. I want them to be in one spot. Good, delete that. Can have fiber and upload is only 10. Wait, are you saying you have that now? Because that does sound pretty crazy to me. I also assumed you were not in the US for some reason. Is there particular feedback you're looking for during this launch? Yes, if you take a look at the game and press escape, you will see a provide feedback button. That is the feedback I'm looking for. It just opens up a form and you'll see all the questions here. They're not very many. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like short form questions and then one long form question. And this, feel free to write anything you feel about the game. If you're like, this is cool, this is fun, this is bad, this needs to be changed, just anything, totally fine. There are some problems that I know are problems right now, and I don't know how much feedback is going to talk about it, but balance isn't great, and saving and loading is like 50% broken. Yeah. Thanks, Frag Zero. Darkstorm, you should just keep bouncing between devices, typing on every device. All right. What else do we have written down? All right. Item system. Is it possible to put an item for display that can't really sell because it costs too much? If so, what do we do about that? Maybe run a sale. I'll just save this for later. This is not a problem right now, though. There is technically a problem with characters being able to pick up items that they can't sell, but adventurers will drop it when they enter the portal, and you can always manually move items to a shop anyway. So you're never soft locked because of this. Yeah. Is there ever a problem where a worker's holding an item and has no place to set it down? Yes. So this is technically a problem for right now. I do like the idea of manually putting items. Can we prototype this? We've already done this. What if you could drag your workers? I guess I'll leave this here, but I don't know if I even like that idea. Yeah, the worker is a problem, but also the worker is not like a soft lock inducing problem. You're in the US. Oh, you are. Okay, gotcha. We have fiber download 300 megabits per second. Plus 10 to 12. Yeah. Yeah, I've never really heard of that. I also don't know why they're doing that. I had that where I didn't unlock the armor yet. Didn't notice my Skeller was busy holding an armor item. Yeah, yeah. By the way, just yesterday I added in a tip system to the game. So every 5 minutes it just says the next string in this array. So it starts by saying you can manually pick up items, you can start up 3 battles at a time, wishlist the game, provide feedback, and that's it. I just don't have a better way of showing this stuff in the game yet. Is there any creativity to the progression? Can the player choose to focus on X instead of Y and see the rewards of doing so? I'm going to delete this as a question because I don't really think that's a concern in the game. Any ideas we want to pursue from the list in this document? Maybe it's worth parsing these really quickly. Different layouts, maximum money. What if adventurers are customers until you hire them? I don't like this idea. All right, there should be a random chance on a millionaire who comes and buys everything. I do like this idea. Yeah. Can you play it on your work laptop? If you're asking about technically, probably yes. If you're asking about will your work care if you do that? Also, probably they will care. I don't know though. Game just crashed. It happened when command tabbing to switch windows. Should I send and paste the crash report somewhere? Yeah. Why don't you post it in the SKELESELLER Discord? Those crashes are. I got to figure out why they're happening or how to even look into them. Like this is something we have to do before launch, and I have a very easy repro for at least one of them. See what we can do about crashes. Yeah. But even once we have the report, what can we do about it? I'll say that, oops, that's not what I meant to type. The game crashes on macOS for sure. I've had this happen plenty of times when trying to click a character in the start instance UI. Yeah, the problem is it's not a crash with my code in the stack trace. Like I just click this and I just click some of these things and eventually it crashes. And it seems to happen the most when I just start the game and immediately go to that. Are all changes pushed? Not yet, but now they are. Yeah. Yeah, it's something about this dialogue. There, it just happened. Yeah. And I don't know why this is happening. Input handled. Invoke previous action. I wonder if this is on the Godot Discord. It's weird that when in the battle screen settings, clicking save settings brings the main options menu instead of going back to the game. Yeah, I think that is a little bit strange. I was thinking about that too. I'll just write it down. In my mind, this is another one of those things where it's like, it's not probably super important, but I definitely should do something like that. Fix that. Where can I report a bug? Here for right now is totally fine. Also, the SKELESELLER Discord, if it's the weekend and I'm not streaming. For right now, the whole focus of today's stream is just kind of celebrate, be here, answer questions, take bug reports, and plan what the next steps are. Just joined, saw your notes about an idea on random abilities. Made me think of some jester class that randomizes abilities and skill points at the beginning of battle. Just chaotic fun. You know what I was thinking of? I think it would be pretty cool. A potion master class, and they throw a random potion, and it could be something like a red potion could deal damage to enemies, and a purple potion could like buff allies, and a whatever, some other kind of like a healing potion and something else, who knows. I think that would be kind of cool. It's not exactly the kind of random you're talking about, but it is a like, who knows what this battle is going to be. Need to send a video? Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you, Mappa. Might be able to get info about a crash from a log file. Yeah, I want to look into that too. This one happens frequently enough. So I want to see if this is a known issue. Ooh, that didn't even paste the whole thing. Man, this happens all the time. Gotta click copy all because of how weirdly this copies everything. Yeah, so copy this. Edit. Paste. I think my two adventurers grabbed 2 potions, walked to storage, put them down, and then instantly picked them back up even though the potion stand was full. That felt weird. Yeah. Yeah, all right, I'll write that down. I'm not actually sure what we're going to do about that. But yeah, it's definitely worth having this. Checkpoint number 3. This is definitely intentional from a code perspective, but it is weird as a player. Yeah. Losing a hero in battle doesn't kill them. No, there's no cost other than time for losing a battle. I wanted this to be a very laid back game. So if you ever flee in a battle, in fact, it should probably tell you that, which I don't think it does right now. Let me see. Oh, the flee button's not there for the first battle. All right, what does it say? Flee the battle, which will make you immediately lose the battle. Yeah, there's no cost. I guess that tooltip could say that. I'm only a few levels in right now, but I can tell the differences between this and the last playtest. Yeah, there's some pretty stark differences. I did try to write them all down here, at least the most important ones. This is right on the itch page. So yeah, 3 new classes. We added the first music track, improved the new player experience quite a lot. Items to drop on the ground. You can flee a battle. You have to walk to the portal. Yeah, there's a lot of different things. And then this change, which is perhaps one of the most underappreciated things in terms of feedback that's going to happen. It used to be that people are like, oh, it'd be nice to have respecializing in the game. And it was always there. You could right click the skill button and you could remove a point. But with this minus button here, now it's very obvious that you can remove it. So people should probably not ask about this anymore. And if we don't get any feedback on, hey, it'd be nice to respecialize, then it means, yeah, we just wiped out that entire category of feedback. So nice. Didn't even see the flee button. Yeah, I wonder if we should add a tip about that. Yeah, I'll put this down here. Never tell you anything about some features and it's fine. Yeah, but a lot of games have like loading screen tips. And I think that's a great place to tell you about features that are really small that you might not ever really notice. So like, hey, did you know you could show stats at the end of a battle? It's like, that's not going to impact anyone's gameplay a whole lot. Well, actually, maybe it would. But still, that's something that some players might want, some players might not want, and just knowing about it could help. But yeah, we don't have a loading screen yet. Oh, speaking of loading screen, we also have a title screen, and that we should probably have for the next thing. Unfortunately, the title screen is easy enough to add, but the music for the title screen is not easy enough to add. And I only have an idea for how that's going to sound. But maybe we should do that too. It's a nice to have. Nice to haves regardless. Title screen, another music track. What if your game loads too fast? Yep, then you'll have to read faster. Hey, Tiago-san. Great progress. What do you think about the minus and plus button a bit bigger to make it easier to see and interact with? I like the idea. The reason I hadn't done it is because by increasing the width of this, it also increases the height. So I need to make a special icon for this probably. But yeah, there's a lot of UI stuff I'm going to have to do. And I do think we need to just, well, actually, we're probably going to change these to icons as well. Oh, we don't have icons for all those. What was that thing? GameIcons.net or something? Yeah, that. I wonder if we could use these. We'll just use the dodo icon for literally every ability. They have like skill stuff. Well, let's just take a quick look. Let's say we wanted to, yeah, let's say we wanted things for this. So auto battling, that's probably just a couple of cross swords. I'm sure they have that. Shiny loot. Let's look for a treasure chest or something. Pirate icons. I mean, there's a treasure chest that would work. Item doubling, we could probably make something for that. Swift shoes, probably have like a boots icon or something, right? Yeah. Oh God. Don't like that. And what was the last one? Cloning. What if we type clone? Oh yeah. Use this. Where'd it go? Oh, it went there. Yeah. Neat. If your game Godot makes the loading screen easy. Can you explain more, Monatic Bind? I have two questions. One, how? And two, why for your game? By the way, for anyone who wants this, here's the website. Human Puppet. I will just say this, it's already in the game. Yeah, so keep playing. Place of a button, put a slider bar. This. Yeah. By the way, the reason I even brought any of this up is because if we had a skill tree that had icons, then I think the minus and plus buttons could be beneath them or to the sides or something like that, where I think it would look a lot better. Whereas right now, because this is text, there's only so large these can get without it looking sort of out of place. Although actually I could have put them beneath it, I guess. But still, I'll focus on that later. Yeah, the sprite bleed thing I think we need to fix. Yeah. Skeleton has two little hats. Oh man. Okay, do we have something about that? Bleed. Yeah, it is still a problem. It's fixed sprite bleeding. Update. This is still a problem. Yeah. This box will need some positioning after all. The warning about party size fell off. I clicked on the next area. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. But yeah, I see. I'll write that down too. Thank you. Bugs reported in checkpoint 3. I'm not going to try to consolidate all these. So I know I put some in a different part of the list. It's not important. But yeah, thanks for telling me about that. I know saving is broken. Is there auto saving? I find myself manually doing it every couple minutes. Yeah, I think that's a problem with having a crash, is that it's going to put you in that mindset of like, oh God, I'm going to lose all my progress. No, there's not auto saving yet, but it is planned. What? I specifically typed SAV so that I could find saving, but apparently that doesn't work that way. Yeah, so we haven't created it yet. Also, this was one of the first issues we even opened. I guess it wouldn't be that hard to do if your game is one scene. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. There's an API that's basically just load a scene in the background. If your game is just one scene, that's great. Other games might not want to load everything in one scene. Okay, yeah. I'm going to write this down. Create, save, load, don't enable load game. What? We don't have a make a loading screen? What? I could have sworn I filed an issue on this. Oh man, where did I? First, maybe? Whatever, I'll just make a new issue, and if it's a duplicate, it's a duplicate. Make a proper loading screen when launching the game. Pretty sure I already filed an issue on this somewhere. All right. I'm just gonna copy paste everything Magnetic Bind is saying. Oh, that didn't save correctly. Okay. All right, let's get all of the helpful things in here. YouTube tutorial I got. Oh yeah, thanks for telling me about this. Title screen, maybe I wrote it in there. No. I don't know. Man, I'm so excited. If it turns out that we can just do these tasks that I had written down over here, then this game can actually get done in a reasonable amount of time. But if it turns out we have to do these tasks, then the game will never get done. Is music loop not added yet? I was vibing pretty hard. The way it works is it plays once, and then a random amount of time between, I think, 5 and maybe 15 minutes later, it'll play again. I did it that way because there are only 5 and 15 minutes. I did it that way because there's only one music track right now. You could use the splash screen as a fake loading screen. But that patent expired on loading screen games or something, right? I think it'd be kind of cool to have some like neat thing happening on the loading screen. Although we're probably not going to do that first. But yes, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, for those who haven't heard it, there's another music track I've been working on, which I have about a minute done so far. But I'm liking it. Number 5. SS save. Make a title screen. Did I write this here? Was needed, replicate, allow for save file, save progress. What, am I missing something here? I don't understand. Oh, did I make it a comment? No, I didn't. I don't know. Open the game and forgot to play until the music ended. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Also, I know I just said I'm working on a new music file and I didn't play it. So anyone who's curious about hearing it, here it is. It's not finished yet. All right. Done with this. Yeah, an interstitial page, yeah. All right. What was that? Love that sound. Yeah, new version's out. Check it out. That's it so far. I don't have much more. But yeah, I like the music. Actually enjoy the gameplay. I would like to see it finished. Nice. 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 Oh, by the way, anyone who is here who is also typing in a Twitch chat to provide feedback, please do formally provide feedback through the form. I appreciate what you're saying in Twitch chat about bugs and if you like the game and whatever else, but like I want all this stuff compiled somewhere. So if you do nothing else today other than play the game, please just make sure you provide feedback. If you had to pick between one of these two things, the feedback is more important than wishlisting on Steam. Oh, nice. You saw the tip. That means you've been playing for 20 minutes, I think, or 15 minutes maybe. Yeah. And again, I am not looking for sugar-coated feedback or anything. If you're like, the game sucks or I hit a bunch of bugs or whatever, put it into your feedback. That is totally fine. This is how we improve the game. And we have very seriously looked at all the other feedback. I've read through everybody's feedback. I have addressed everything I thought was most important. That is how we prioritize these things. And the lack of feedback would mean I'd be prioritizing based on what I think is good, which sometimes is going to be right and sometimes is going to be way off base. Cool. Thank you, Nox. Yeah. Had to pause over dinner. No clue what timers are doing for me. Ah, gotcha. All right. Yeah. Uber. I would say carefully take it outside and then seal your doors. Put a no ants allowed sign outside. Okay. Now we got to do this annoying task, which I don't even know how this works. I want to move all of these things. And if we just close the milestone, I don't know what happens. Actually, can you close the milestone? What happens if you do that? Close. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Oh, that might have been a mistake. Is everything still filed under... Oh, it is. Okay. Whew. Cool. Then we could just keep it in checkpoint number 3 and not worry about putting it somewhere else, I guess. Or we could search for them all and toggle them that way. Oh, you can just change it here. Yeah, I'll just put no milestone for all of them. I think that's best. Is it? That's working. Might have been offered a clinical manager position. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, it's always a good sign when people are offering you things, even if you don't like the offer. Like, well, job offers. I mean, I know there's a place where the offers stop being welcome, but yeah. We only have 11 closed issues. Does that mean that's all I did for checkpoint 3? I think we just didn't use issues for everything. But there is one issue that should still be in checkpoint number 3 and now needs to be closed out. So that is done. Celebrating is still ongoing, but we're going to mark it as done. We're going to put this back into milestone checkpoint number 3, and then we're going to close it. Done. No, the witch doctor being wide is just a UI thing I got to fix up. Okay, so we need another task that I don't have, which is launch checkpoint number 4. I'm going to make a new issue. Launch. Where'd the other one go? Where did that go? There it is. Yeah, except for putting number 3 makes it refer to issue number 3. Yeah, so we're going to call this launch checkpoint 4. And then edit all of this. Paste it here, change it to 261. And then ghost text it. Okay. Actually, let's just replace all of these with an empty one. Whoops. Like that. All right, update itch, upload builds, update patch notes, update provide feedback button to point a different survey, add a question about... No, we don't need that. Actually, maybe add a question about to the effect of, if there were just more content and polish, would you buy this game? Yeah, I think that's a really good question to ask. All right, update the text of a bunch of stuff. Plan to get the Steam stuff up and running. I don't think we need that. Go through that, close out the checkpoint. That's done. Celebrate. Yeah, cool. All right, all that looks good. So now put this inside the right milestone. Checkpoint number 4. Submit. So Mappa, that was not intended, but it's also not a very like dangerous state to be in. I think I might have it written down somewhere, like stop you from canceling the first battle. No, I don't have it written down. But yeah, it's easy enough to get out of this state at least. This is something that doesn't cause a major issue, but we should probably disable the cancel button in that case. Actually, it should be dead simple to do. In fact, I think I could just do it right now. Can I close all these tabs, or is anything interesting in any of them? No. Okay, close all editors. Don't save. So fixing that issue, we have a cancel button in walking to portal. Cancel button. We do not have a town in here. All right, if we had the town in here, I think it would be fine, but we don't. But we could probably get one from whatever creates this thing, which is instances manager or instance slot. This one, I guess. Do we have the town in here? We don't save it. Anyway, it'd be easy enough to do. The instance slot should save the town so that it can pass it to walking to portal. Yeah. If I already had that, I would just write the if statement, but I need a little bit more than that. Thank you, Krasner. Hey, Caleb. I am doing well. Any other Linux users? I don't know because I didn't take a look at the download numbers beforehand. Although I guess they would be on the stream. Or in the VOD, I mean. If I go to edit game, I can see how many people downloaded it. It says 33, but unfortunately I can't tell when those downloads were. But yeah, most people by far are playing on Windows. Also, I don't think anyone's reported a crash on Windows. I think only on Mac and on Linux, which further makes me think that it's a Godot problem. Speaking of that, I never looked into that crash log. I opened up a tab and then just never finished it. Godot GitHub. The shop is not 500 gold anymore. Yeah, I did change a bunch of little balancing things, and it's still not perfect, of course. There's a change that we've wanted to make for a while now, which is what I've been calling customers act more like customers. So right now, I think everyone has a walk speed of like 100. So they're moving pretty fast. They're going just all over the place all the time, and they buy whatever it is that they see, and they have an infinite amount of money. So it's like infinite money, walking nonstop, walking quickly, and always buy. All of these things are problems. So I want them to walk slower. I want them to pause here and there. I want them to have a finite amount of money. Oh, and only buy certain things. And as soon as we do really any one of those things, even just make them walk a little bit slower, then you'll get money slower. And if they're buying less, then you're getting money slower. If they don't have as much money, you're getting money slower. So all of those things are things that are going to play into the final balance of the game. And that's why I'm not spending a lot of time on balance right now. Signature is a bit different. Yeah, gotcha. And thank you, Kevin. Do you have a balancing Google Sheet? No, I don't. Chickened out? Chickened out from what? Chickened out implies that there needs to be some sort of bravery or courage, right? I'd love to be able to provide a quick text feedback whenever I run into something I want to comment on without having to answer all questions. Oh, wait, just to be clear, I don't want you to fill out the form a bunch of different times. Any quick feedback you have, just type into either Twitch chat if it's in the next hour or two, otherwise Discord. I hope you haven't been filling out that form a bunch. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry, I was trying to think of how would I undo this. Yeah. Have tips dismissed the previous one if present. My screen is full of tips. The tip system was just a temporary thing until the game tells you this stuff. In fact, I even wrote this here. Gives occasional tips until we have a better way of doing this in game. But there should only be at most 4 that can show on screen at a time. So I agree that if we keep this system, we should change that. But I want to delete this entire system. Third instance is Volcano 4 with 4 parties. Wait, Volcano 4? I don't think that should even exist, right? No, there's no Volcano 4. The one, Volcano 2 having a party size of 4 is intentional. That was done because I just thought it'll be easier for players to progress. Because like I said, this is not the final balance. I did tweak a whole bunch of stuff about the quests. I actually even made it so the quests can give you more than 1 skill point. So let's see, how many of them do that? 1, 2, 3 of them. So it used to be that the maximum number of points you could get was 6, I think. Yeah, 6 max points earlier. And now it should be 9 max points, which is a really minimal difference given what you can spend those extra 3 points on. But it's just, again, to give you an idea. Oh, I see. Yeah. And this UI needs to change too. Man. Okay, what was I going to write down? Oh, the tips thing. That's right. Yeah. If we keep the tip system. Keep the tip system. Address this. Okay, so we've done this. We still need to plan checkpoint number 4. I added in the launch task. I don't get stuck in a state of looking at the alchemist. I seem to be getting stuck for some reason. I didn't test this out anymore. This is a problem for me, but why? I click grant most things. I try starting a battle. I win the battle. Then we build the alchemist and we get locked here? No. I don't know what's doing it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really concerned. No players have complained about it, and they certainly would if it were a problem. Because you'd be stuck in the first like 50 seconds of playing the game. Let me just try this again as a player would try it. I've done this a bunch of times, though. I don't think there's any problem here. And then I'm going to do this not the way that a player would do it. Oh, no, you can get stuck. Oh, wow, it is a problem. Oh, man. Okay, well, I guess in that case, you'd just be stuck for now. Why is this an issue? You can buy another adventure before building the alchemist, then you don't have the money for that. Oh my god, I forgot to stop that. That's a very good catch. I stopped the other way that you could spend money. Yeah, that is game over, by the way. You just have to either hack your save file or you need to just restart. Yeah, that's a pretty important bug. Okay, so bug. I'll keep your name there too. Bug, you can be stuck with the camera looking at the alchemist if you build it before the transition is done. Border stays on screen sometimes when you close the battle. I don't know what's even causing that, but that's a good find as well. That's also, I'm assuming that's not a problem once you just start a new instance. So it's like just a tiny little visual bug for right now. Yeah, sorry, Krasner. Ski addressed this, but yeah. I mentioned the budget for this game, which is very, very low, but $100 of that budget is going to signing the app for itch on macOS. Although the more I think about it, the more I think, is that $100 that's going to be well spent? That's literally the only reason why we would do that. Like, it won't be a problem on Steam because I think Steam notarizes it. I don't know. I'll have to think about that some more later. Because it's not like we can't release the game on Mac. You just have to trust it. I'm laughing because it's one thing for people who watch this stream to trust me. It's another thing for when you just stumble upon this page. How would you know to trust anything? All right, I really want to fix this issue because other people might run into this. My mind downloads is the last section. Yeah, it's just it only affects like 1/7 of the people who play the game. Where are the stats on this again? Yeah, what is it? 37 divided by this. Yeah, so 11% of the player base is affected by it. So I don't think it's worth cluttering the page. Yeah, if there were web export, no one would have to download anything. But there isn't. All right, so how do you get stuck in this state? Camera Alchemist, there's one first battle dialogue. Does this lock your camera? Panda location over time. And if you build the shop before that's done, it calls into queue free. The camera's not locked though. Hey Endoran, how's it going? Thank you for the resub. What is going on here? Pan camera is just camera is locked due to panning. Oh, the tween never finishes? Oh my god, I didn't think about that. Oh man. Yeah. This is after paying lots of money on trusted signing certificates. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think this is the problem. So what's happening here is we call this the tween is added to. Oh wait, no, the tween's added to the camera. That can't be a problem. Okay, how about this then? Let's just put a breakpoint. Let's just start the game up again. Just finally enjoying the weekend. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Did you ever end up borrowing Breath of the Wild? I am dying to know what you think about that game. What is a tween? A tween is short for in between. And it's something that just interpolates a value from start to end. So a really simple case is imagine if I were to move this window like this, I just tweened the value from there to there. And the way I did it, by like moving it slowly at first or quickly at first, that can be controlled by the tween. Maybe you have it like zip over there and then slow down toward the end. So that's all it does. And in this case, what we're using it for is we're making the camera like float over to another part of the screen. All right, so problem, let's get into that state. So we start a battle. I'm clicking this. I don't know if that's actually causing any problems, but we need to build this before it finishes. There, okay, so now we're stuck, right? Yes, but we can figure out why we're stuck by putting a breakpoint here. Why is that not happening? Oh, because it's unhandled input. There we go. Can player move? It has to be false. I already know it has to be false. Yes, but why is it false? Is it because entity to track? That's null. Can player move is... Oh, it's false? What? What sets that? What? It's private as well. What is setting this thing? Can player move because false is lock at. We should not have a lock at call anywhere. Is that the only place where that's done? What? Oh, what's that? Lock at current position in zoom. Oh my god. But that's only in close. Is that dialogue showing? No. I have no idea. Hey, Moshiko. Happy launch day. Happy launch day, unknown. I have the start battle menu open, but close a battle, the start button appears on top of it. Yeah, that is a known issue. And I do need to do something about that. Although it is also a somewhat minor bug. I something. What? I've never seen this happen before. I just dragged a window. Wait, do I have 2 copies of this open? I don't. What? Yeah, I've never seen that. What am I doing right now? I somehow have like a shadow copy of this window open. Is it because of this? It was. Weird. Huh. Yeah, I've never seen that happen. Weird. Yeah. So Darkstorm, here's what you can do to save your progress. You can save the game and then load, but don't ever try building a shop that you already have. So the signs will still show up, and you just have to ignore the allure of those signs. Hey, Gazilla. But it should fix your problem. And then, yeah, there should be a new uploaded build. Just to be clear, Darkstorm, you downloaded the very first build I put online, right? Today, this morning? How do you find writing C# in Visual Studio Code compares to Visual Studio or Rider? I haven't used Rider, and I haven't used Visual Studio Code in like a decade. Or sorry, Visual Studio in like a decade. But I imagine it's a better experience writing C# in either of those editors. It's not that it's bad here, but it's definitely not great. Anyone knows of a video or article that explains it for idiots? I could just explain it really quickly right now. So the simplest bit masking is like anding and oring. And if you look at your number, so let's say you have the number 7 in decimal. That is the number 111 in binary. So maybe you're used to looking at it like this, binary 111. Bit masking is just doing something at a bitwise level on the binary. So you don't care about what it is in decimal necessarily. So if I say, you know what, I want to turn off this bit, for example, I've just changed the number to be 5. And if I turn this back on, it becomes 7. If I turn this off, it becomes 6. So whenever you're doing a bitwise and, like let's say we have this number ANDed with the number 4, what you're doing is you're doing the AND like truth table. So the AND truth table looks like this. We have your inputs are 0 and 0. That's going to be 0, 0 and 1, 1 and 0, and 1 and 1. So we're going to just apply that same thing here. And we're going to end up with these are 1 and 1. So we end up with a 1. These are 1 and 0. So we end up with a 0. And same thing on the last one. So 7 ANDed with 4 ends up with 4. Likewise, when you're doing OR, you just look at the OR truth table, which is this. So we can take the same thing and we could OR this with, let's say, this number. And we do the same process. 0 or 1 is 1. 1 or 0 is 1. 1 or 0 is 1. And we end up with the number 7. I don't know if that helped at all, but hopefully that got you a tiny bit more of the way. So I don't get why this gives me the last byte OX34, but if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 and not OXFF, which is just zeros, it gives me 1200. I've had that problem to solve and solved it, but I don't understand the difference. Anything ended with 0 should be 0. So if you're not seeing that happen, then there's definitely a problem there. In fact, I think even this will, yeah. And if I do 0x, yeah, there is, how are you coming to the conclusion that this ended with either of these is giving you something that's not 0? Hey, Elio, and greetings from the US. Oh, I built from source. Also took your advice. Everything is gone. Uh-oh. You saved and loaded and everything was deleted? Because that definitely shouldn't be the case. To me, resume would be at the top, quote would be at the bottom. I don't know. It's probably worth looking at other menus before we launch for good. I just did a save and load. Adam destroyed my town. Can you paste bin or gist your save file? But isn't this still 0? It is, and it might be an order of operations problem. In fact, if I just type out this. Oh, wait, it's negative 256. What? Huh. Why is that the case? I guess bitwise not is not doing what you think it's doing. JavaScript tilde operator. Should be bitwise not. I guess because they're signed numbers, that it's just negating the sign bit. Two's complement binary to decimal. Yeah, I think it's that. Don, thank you. Back to games should probably be at the top. Okay, I will write that down. Consider putting back to game at the top of the in-game menu. Unknown and ski at least expected there. Maybe look at other games. Actually, I am kind of curious now. StarCraft menu UI. I just want to find some kind of arbitrary games here. This is French. No one can understand this. But yeah, return is at the bottom. But it's also separated from it. Stardew. I don't think Stardew has the same style menu. I think it's a good example. Terraria menu UI. Back is at the bottom. This has closed menu as second to bottom. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe just separating it is good. Maybe separate the button from the rest. I'm not sure. Where was the game save? It says in the console where it's loading from, but the way to find it is by going to this thing somewhere. Where is it? Custom path. Here it is. Okay, it is in app data / SKELESELLER. Pause menu didn't come up. I wonder if it comes up in Bing. Minecraft menu UI. Maybe in-game menu. There it is. Yeah, back to game is at the top. So I don't want to save that. At the top in Minecraft. Okay. Being visually separated made it easier to naturally click. Yeah. Click once to get to options, click twice to get on. Yeah, that's another thing that's been reported. Yeah. If all customers go to buy a potion and I put an armor on sale, could one of them immediately turn back and go for it instead of them all turning back once the potion is gone? Yeah, eventually customers are going to act totally different. Loving the mage, rogue, witch doctor, and archer as a combo. You know, I got to say, I still think after all this time, my favorite class from just a function standpoint is the rogue because of execute and quick strike in combination. It's just cool seeing one monster get like torn through. But if I consider all of them, I think I like the idea of the witch doctor. I like the idea of the mage. I hate the warrior. I think it's the stupidest class. I still haven't fixed this problem, by the way. What is 0xFFFF? And you have 4-byte numbers in JavaScript. No, it shouldn't give you 0 there either, Puka. Where does it give you 0? Will there be fishing in the future since we got water on the map? Probably not. The water will probably just be aesthetic. Seems like pause menu is the keyboard. All right, I'll write this down. All right, what is causing the camera to get locked? Let's just put a breakpoint there and lock at, because it's wherever we set this thing to false. In fact, actually, if we set a breakpoint there, I think it's better. So if not value, then set to false. Whoops, there we go. Set a breakpoint there and restart this thing. I don't see anything off in the save. Oh, let me take a look. Save plus load immediately work for you. Let me see what you've got here. Up data. I'm going to say this is my save file, and we're going to try this out. Where is my save file? Oh, I have no idea. Library. Oh, wait, there. Probably. Yes. All right, save.json. Let's copy you into here. Actually, before I do that, let's save the old save file so I can't lose it, and then paste your save file in. And then run this. Actually, I didn't even need to run. What am I doing? And then let's load. It works for me. Yeah, it worked for me. I have all your adventures right here. I don't know how that could be different for you, though. When you restart the game and then just click load, it doesn't do that? I guess it creates the adventurers way over here on the side. That was unintentional. Yeah, I gotta write that down. Where's the mega issue that we have? There it is. All right, adventurers shouldn't always spawn where the guild is. Should probably spawn out of the portal. Well, now it works. Excuse me. So, I don't know. Yeah, I wonder what the problem was. Well, I still need to fix this bug, which I don't think anyone has hit yet, but they could. And if they hit it, then I guess they just have to repeat what they did for a minute. But still, they ideally don't have to hit this ever. All right, win the battle. Look around. Then we need to click this super fast. Build, build, build. Okay. All right, now it gets set to false. Why? Lock at current position in zoom. Where is this being called from? External code. Huh, that must be the dialogue. Yeah, it is the dialogue. It's called on close, though. What? On a potion. What closes this? I didn't click that, right? Oh, I don't remember. I want to look at the repro. Why, it's nice to have videos of everything I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Speed this up. All right, that. Look around. Did I click that? Slow this down. I did. Aha, then that's the problem. Okay. Initial reaction was to try using the mouse to pan around. Look around is synonymous with just start, right? You can take that as look around and go solve the problem yourself before you've even clicked the button, and then the dialogue will go away. All right, so the problem is we end up clicking this and then we lock it at the current position, but the tween may not have finished. So built the shop cannot just be built the shop. It also needs to be to stop this from happening. Oh, and the tween came from the camera. That's why this is the problem. thought. That is just not. So it's 0, 0, but I don't get the same result. No, that's totally fine. I hope this helped. Yeah. Cannot pan around or do anything unless I clicked look around and built the guild. Wait, really? Okay, hang on. Let me take a look at that. Although, yeah, let me take a look at that. By the way, for anyone, hang on one sec. Excuse me. For anyone who is just dropping in and is like, what is going on here? I just launched version 0.3 of SKELESELLER today. This has been a couple of months in the making and is playable for free. I shared the link in chat, so do feel free to check it out. And if you do play, make sure that at some point in your gameplay, you click this button, provide feedback. Oh, that's a bug. Oh, never noticed that. Yeah, that should be easy to fix. This text dialog shows on top of the game menu. Okay. All right, so what we need to do is we need to make it so when you build a shop before this is finished, that we don't end up locking the camera, which means we need to stop this listener here. Down, this would be closed. Oh, there's a bigger problem here, isn't there? Wait a second. This code won't even get hit, right? Yeah, I don't think this will get hit at all. Because we've disposed this and then removed the listener. Oh, what a mess. Okay, let's try this. All right, I gotta click that again. It does get hit? What? I don't understand any of this. Close is not the same as free, apparently. Oh, this is not a text dialog. This is just a control. Oh, no wonder. It has a text dialog. Oh. Okay. So then, yeah, we can just save this tween. Okay. Private tween, camera tween equals... Actually, this isn't even necessarily set. Camera tween finished. Actually, if we're going to queue free this, I guess we could put this here. Yeah, no, we put it here. We can't do this, right? No, we can't. Camera tween is not equal to null. Oh, that means you need to save the camera too? Oh my god. All right, I think this will fix the problem, but this is garbage code. Well, let's try it out anyway. PC just crashed. But like blue screened or the game crashed? Retried and same issue. Should I do a loom or something? What is a loom? Oh, video recording. No. I think I'll just try it right now. It might have been intentional and just it's a stupid decision. Let's find out. No, I can move during. Oh, I can move during look around because I didn't lock the camera. No, that doesn't sound right. Why would that happen? Okay, well, anyway, I still need to figure this out. No. I didn't click it in time. Did we just crash this? Oh, no, it just broke in. Yeah, I'm not stuck, but I wouldn't expect to be stuck. Let me try on the production build to see if I'm hitting the issue you're talking about? I gotta wait like a regular player. Oh. By the way, one of the tiny issues I fixed yesterday is that we just followed the camera to watch the adventurer go into the portal, but the adventurer is actually like here when they enter the portal and not exactly centered. So then at the end of the battle, we'd snap the camera back to here and it would look like it jittered. I even got rid of that. No, weird. Yeah, unknown. I'm not having that happen. Huh. You're saying when you're in this state, you can't move the camera at all? You can't move it from here, by the way. If you try dragging from the dialogue, it won't work. And yeah, Crows, of course you can play. Check it out there. It's a celebration time. You can't move when it pans over to the... You can't move after clicking look around. Maybe that's what you're talking about? Look around is not a start. I cannot pan or do anything unless I click look around. Oh, you're talking about the original, very first modal. Oh my God, yes. I know what you're talking. Sorry. I misread or didn't read. Yeah, that's intentional. But we should probably do something about this. Yeah. Okay, this is about the guild dialogue, not the shop. This was intentional, but should probably be loosened a bit. There isn't anything going on in the rest of the town anyway. Yeah, can't move before guild. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'll write that down for now. That's all. Okay, I gotta get this thing still to see if this will work. Because then I think I gotta publish a new build. I just gotta time it. Nice. Okay, but now we can move the camera. Yes, I fixed it. I fixed that problem at least. All right, so how do we make this code better? We could just save off the camera, right? Yeah. Private camera, town camera equals null. I think that'd be a little bit better. So now anytime we have town.camera, we can just replace it with this. Then delete these things. Oh, I guess that could just be town camera, huh? Oh, we actually probably removed some code. I think it might be intentional. Hence, this is the looking around is basically the same as start. Sort of. Okay, so here's what I envisioned. I envisioned that your character is like, hey, I need a building. How am I going to get that? And then they look around and they're like, oh man, that land is perfect for it. And until they looked around, they didn't identify that that land would be perfect for it. And you as a player are seeing this sign appear that says build the guild here. So that was what I envisioned. That's almost certainly not clear. And it doesn't really matter because I still think you should be able to move the camera around. But then I guess the look around thing doesn't exactly fit anymore. Maybe the words look around are the problem. You can move the camera, then it implies you should be able to see what you're looking at without needing to click. All right, yeah, not gonna worry about that too much. All right, let's try this one more time. And actually, let's make this easier on ourselves. Let's just make it move slower. Camera, where's the speed? Speed. Yeah, we'll just do speed times. We'll do that. That should be very slow, which should give us more than enough time to click the button for this quick time event. Oh, doesn't this mean we won't even keep up with the adventure when we do this? No, that's not how that works. Dialogue isn't centered either. Is that intentional? Realize I've provided numerous points of feedback on the first 5 seconds of the game. Let me take a look at that in just a sec. All right. Look at how slowly this is moving. We're going to have more than enough time to click this thing. Click, click. Okay, now we should be able to move the camera once this is done panning. Yeah. Cool. Crows, if I just told you there is a way to fix this, one, can you figure out how? And two, does it work? Cool, Melzy. Yeah, thank you. Melzy, about how long did it even take you, I wonder? Let's see. Took you about an hour, yeah. Okay, that's not bad. Just need to increase my scale and settings for the tiny UI situation. Shrink the window and it worked. Wait, what? What did you exactly do? Did you like drag the corner of the window to fix this? Game scale is centered. Unknown, what platform are you on? You're on, you said Windows, right? Exit full screen. Full screen. What operating system are you on? Okay, hold on. There's another problem we need to fix here too. Let's take a look. Because it shouldn't even be possible to full screen this unless you're on Mac, I think, right? Oh, sorry, I was talking to Crows there. Let me just type it in chat. What OS are you on? All right, so this dialogue. When you said not centered, do you mean not centered in terms of like it should be here on the screen? Actually, could you just take a screenshot at the very beginning? Switch to 3x, then set it back down to 1. Yeah, that's a problem that I know about that we definitely have to fix. That has to do with the game window. Where is it? When changing game scale, limit the size of the window to the size of your monitor. Yeah, I can make battles appear off the bottom of the screen. Yeah, here's another example. By the way, Dark, you don't delete your image or images, do you? Like, should I copy this myself? Hey, Richie. You don't. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so we saved this. We also saved off the camera tween and then subtracted it here. Yeah, but I need to write Y. If you build the shop before the tween is done, then we need to... I don't need to write the rest of that just yet. I want to see what this says. This dialogue only exists to tell you how to build a shop. We don't need this dialogue anymore. Cancel the tween that's going to lock the map, lock the camera, since nothing will unlock it for you. Screenshot right at the start. Thank you, Dead Robot Dad. Okay. I see what you're saying. You're saying, why is this dialogue not centered on the screen? Entire game is kind of broken. If you resize the game window of the Darkstorm, does that fix it? Because if so, then I know exactly what the problem is and just need to apply the solution. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's true. Gotcha. Okay. Yes, let's write that down. The dialogue isn't centered. We should use the talking dialogue idea that I had mentioned. The talking text should always appear at the same spot on the screen, probably the bottom or the top, very bottom or the very top, and show a portrait of who is talking. It works. Okay, yeah, cool. All right, good. I am forming an inventory in my head of all the issues that we need to fix, and I'm not super concerned about any of them yet. Like, these are definitely issues, and even this thing that I'm fixing right here is an issue, but it's like it's not so hard to solve. The issues that are really hard to solve are like, I'm not having fun playing the game. Those are the ones that make me panic. Yes, I have equipped the solution to this issue, and that is the extent of the equipment in the game. Okay, so fix bug with locking the camera. If you built the Alchemist before the camera was done panning to it, it would lock the camera forever, and players couldn't get out of that state. I don't know if anyone even hit this issue. There's one tiny, like, it's like a 3-second window where you can hit this issue. And if you do, then yeah, the camera's just stuck. But now it's fixed. So let's push that and let's go check that in. Don't you dare, dead robot. Hey, Miko. Now, Dark, I am curious. You ran into an issue where you saved and then loaded, and it did not load the game correctly for you. That should never happen. I mean, I know that loading is not fully working yet, but still, I wonder how you ended up in that state. Trying to think. Yeah, I don't know how that would have happened. All right, I guess we're going to build again and upload new builds again. Project, export windows over here. Now you can finally see what this process looks like. That's it, just 2 progress bars. Try again, maybe because my adventures disappeared, maybe it was related. So the reason why it shouldn't be related is that we don't save that adventurers are even in a battle. So it's just their very existence in the game that we save, and when you load them, it should put them into the right states. But yeah, maybe there was something wrong there. Maybe a battle was on its way to finishing, and no, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's due to not cleaning up listeners somewhere. I don't know. Weird black smudge at the top of the skeleton's animated sprite. You can even see it in my screenshot. Yeah, that's something we know about. Let me look at your screenshot again, though. Oh, this finished. So I can upload new builds there. Where is your screenshot? There. Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be much harder to fix, I think. Because we can use pixel snapping, but then we run into other issues. I don't know how we're going to fix both issues. Anyway, that problem is solved, right? Yeah. Goes away after you build the guild. It goes away with various, like, window position, size, camera position, and zoom level. But then it's just going to reappear again with something else. Like, there's no way to totally fix it unless we break something else right now. Like, if I zoom in a certain way or resize the game window, there should be some way to get this to happen. Can't get it to happen right now. But I don't think that means that it won't happen. Weird. Maybe it's a height thing. I don't know, but I know it's a problem. And it can happen with like any sprite in the game as well. Yeah, I can't get it to happen right now. What's the problem here, Crows? I don't see an issue here. After loading the save, I can build the Alchemist. Yeah. So that's known and that's broken. And don't give in to the temptation to build a second Alchemist. It will greatly ruin your game. I know that the sign can't go away, so you have to also never click the sign again. Is scaling an issue? Not necessarily. It's up to you. So here's what I was saying earlier is if you press escape and click settings, you have these options here. Which one are you currently set to before you do anything? Because I'm assuming you're set to 1x. Because you have to be set to 1x if you're on Windows, because there's no way you could have picked 2x. Yeah, but anyway, you want 2x. And there's almost no way for me to detect this cleanly because of how Windows does a whole bunch of different things. But anyway, if you just change these two things, I'm guessing it's going to look great for you. So let me know if that solves all of the problems. Yes, it was set to 1. Okay, when you set it to 2, does that make the game look like how you'd expect? Cool. Glad to hear it, Crows. What's the temperature in the game? Do you burn if you walk around too much? Is this a reference to something? Why would you burn? It's like a nice temperate area, right? If you set it to 2x or 3x or 4x, it becomes unusable. Yeah, I know about that too. Yeah, there are actually two problems there. One is it shouldn't let you change video settings without asking for confirmation. And two is that it shouldn't let you get the window larger than the size of the monitor. Struggling to figure out a good scaling method with Godot. There just isn't one. I think that's the answer. I think it's let the player know that they can tweak the settings and that's about it. Focus is still on the button. You can tab or shift tab and space. Still on which button? Oh yeah, I know Ski. That's a problem that now you have to fix through your local settings file. I know it's a pretty critical issue, but in my mind it's not so important to fix yet. But we definitely need to fix it. So I can help you figure it out. Let's see. We go to, I think it's going to be in here. Yeah. So go to app data, like % app data. You can just open up a run menu and then presumably in SKELESELLER, and you should find local settings. And then open up local settings and change the scale factor, or just delete local settings entirely. But yeah, change the scale factor back to 1 and you should be good. Mage for life. To be honest, the way I've been playing the game has been to get the rogue first and the mage second, or vice versa, but that those are my first two adventurers because they're both pretty good. Trying to think which ones are my favorites. I still think the rogue is my favorite. And yeah, then maybe the witch doctor. Then the mage. The game good yet? Pige, you be the judge. The new version just came out. And I know you tried the other one, the last checkpoint. That was, I think, almost exactly 2 months ago. So there have been a lot of changes since then. And I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Although, please don't feel obligated. I know you already tried it once. Although I know you were also in Path of Exile craze mode. But yeah, here are all the changes since the last version. New classes. I composed a music track and put it in the game. There's a better new player experience. There's a lot of other stuff. Expect to have a bunch of stuff despawn after winning a fight, or am I missing a way to speed up my villagers? There are two things you might be missing. One of them is a tip that is told to you at the 5-minute mark. Have you been playing for 5 minutes yet? Hey, Q. Thank you very much. And yeah, the game has come a long way. I'm hoping feedback is in a pretty good state and we can just work on some content stuff. Yeah, like 15 to 20. Okay, so at the 5-minute mark, it tells you this. You can manually pick up items by clicking them. So that is one helpful thing you can know. And then the other helpful thing is, have you unlocked a skell point yet? So you'll know if you've unlocked it because the menu at the top will say money, then adventurers, then player skills. You have unlocked points. Okay, well then take a look at this one, Swift Shoes. Why don't you just release an early access and keep it that way for 5 years? I don't think 5 years is long enough. It's really got to marinate there, you know? Paj, I have yet to watch your new video. Paj is now a famous YouTuber, everybody. I don't think I quite understand the Paladin yet. The Paladin is actually not too bad at the end of the game, at least according to me. Let me see if I can pull up their skills. You can only do that once you build this. Yeah. Okay, so Paladin skills. I guess there's a lot of reading for it. But anyway, they are a tank by taking damage from allies that allies would take, and then they can mitigate it using all the shield bash stuff. So once you've got enough points in some of these, you'll take less damage. And once you got points in these, you'll heal for more. I assume that only impacted fighters and not my item sorters. I see. It does affect all of them. I wonder how I could make this clearer, because it says to the speed of you and your adventurers. And unfortunately, the you part probably isn't clear, but this one says you are the skeleton. Eventually, we're going to need to make that even clearer. Okay. Already clearer in this one compared to the previous one. Yeah, I think starting you with the skeleton and not having like a million things happening in town right off the bat is really helpful. Honestly, it was very eye-opening watching Pi stream the game. I got some insight into some very erratic user behavior. I say this lovingly, Pi. Seriously, very eye-opening because I did not expect it's just a totally different mindset than what I had, I guess. Need neon signs to appear for a short duration, pointing directly to skeleton like this is you. Yeah. I think it'll be clearer once we have the intro to the game too. Like you actually watch your character die. Oh, speaking of which, I think that means we're gonna need graphics for the. I gotta talk to Quickie Joe about some stuff. Ask Quickie Joe for your adventurer, yourself before you're dead. I don't know which sprites we'll need yet though, so we'll need to storyboard this. It may be just a walk. Right. It may be just walking plus idle like the other adventurers. Yeah, I don't know yet. No offense taken. Yeah, intro cinematic. We do need a cutscene at the beginning. Yep. I got to this state again. Toggling auto battle after the countdown was finished breaks. The adventurers are gone. Toggling the auto battle after the countdown was finished breaks it. Countdown is finished. The countdown shouldn't even be there though, right? All right, I definitely need to look into this. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, that didn't work. And then Crow's linked this in. Oh, the tooltip. Yeah, I know about this. Yeah. Thank you for sharing the screenshot though. But yes, this is a problem. It's going to be like a 2000s game with an unskippable intro video. Actually, the whole part about it being unskippable, I kind of want to make it unskippable, but also not that long. Figure out if the player should be able to skip this cutscene. Maybe if they do, just say, here's the high level. You died. You're now a skeleton. This is meant to be somewhat comedic, that we'd sum up a cutscene for you. So maybe even say that there are very few of that. I don't know. I think it's good. Okay. Thank you, source here. Typical user won't read a thing and then complain why nothing is explained. I still think that type of user exists in droves. So I think games need to do a good job of still leading those players to their objectives. Is the game available? It is, yes. Check out the today command. It's got a link right to the game. Well, I guess that does too. Oh, hey, there. That needed to be changed. Ecom SKELESELLER. Let me get that. Try checkpoint number 3 for free here. Yeah. Let you choose a character to be yourself at the beginning just for it to die. I was thinking about doing this. Originally, I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny to have like a choose your gender at the beginning, but you're a skeleton and it's a sprite? I know that there are differences between male and female skeletons as well, but there are not when it's 16 by 20 pixels. So I thought it'd be funny, but then I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. Green bar at the bottom. Closing a battle early on will cause that. Okay, so I don't know the full cause for that. So it is known that it can happen, but I haven't written it down. I mean, at the very least, isn't it like pelvic differences, probably shoulders and hips, maybe? I don't know. Difference in skeletons. Body size, bone size. Oh, there's like a diagram online. Men have larger heads. Women have wider pelvises and torsos. Men's arms and legs are longer. There you go. There are the differences. So how do we figure out that issue that people are running into? Because that's not something I'd ever seen. And as long as I can figure out why it's happening or how to repro it, I think we should be good. Yeah, this issue I know about. Yeah. By the way, I like that so far people have mostly just talked about some of these, which I recognize that these are issues. I don't want to downplay this, but these are not nearly as bad as some of the things we've heard in prior checkpoints. It's the battle area border that's left over that's closing. Repros, just start a battle and click cancel on the walking. We'll do it. Oh, really? Oh, maybe I've just never seen it then. Like it's shown up and I'm just not paying attention. Let's try that out. No, I don't have it from that at least. Maybe it's after. Maybe it's after you have one already. Yeah, I don't know how to enter this state reliably. Maybe. Need to figure out what's causing this. Dark, do you know which version you're on now? Toggling on about after content is finished. I don't even know. Win/lose instance, the border will stay. Hey, Rami. Does it? Yeah, Volcano 3 is still the end. I didn't add new instances. Yeah, I wonder how you're hitting this. Dark, can you get a reliable repro from like opening up the game to getting the repro to happen? And yeah, Volcano 3 was supposed to be the hardest. It only allows you to have 3 adventurers, whereas everything before it lets you have 4. The borders can be stuck around. Still don't know the repro exactly. Let me check on the build again. Yeah, the reason why that's important is because you hit a critical bug. Like this is not something we can allow to have happen. And yet, if you're on an old build, then it would explain it maybe. You can run 2 at once and handle the loot. You can definitely win 2 at once as well. But I don't think you can win 3 at a time. I think that's impossible. If anyone can find a way to win 3 at a time, let me know, because that's very impressive. But I don't think it's possible. As in, you have 7 adventurers. Is there some set of 3 parties that can win concurrently? And I can definitely get 2 to win. I have never gotten 3 to win. Around the changes you pushed earlier. Okay, yeah. So then this is still a problem. All right, well, let's see if I can repro this. So let's grant most things. So you had auto battle enabled, so we need that. And let's start a battle with a few different characters. Flee, auto battle. Maybe we need to lose the battle and then turn this off. Oh, you said the timer hit the end though. But you can't toggle it off when the timer hits the end. That's what I don't, how did you do that? What if only one character makes it in? Okay, I need them to split up. There, maybe this? No. You need to run a battle, repeat, and then close it in a repros. Okay, let's try that. Run battle, repeat, and close. I messed that up. I'm trying a couple different things just to see what's going on here. I don't see the camera following the rogue to the first battle though. That's also strange. Auto battle is something you need to unlock, and I'm not going to share how you unlock it yet, but hopefully you find it. You have to let the second battle run. I'm talking about the green board, not the auto battle thing. Okay, let's speed this up then. So repeat, let the second battle run, and then close this. Oh, that's a bug. Oh god. Solving, I don't even know what I just did, but solving this stuff is going to be really, really hard. So let's go back to YouTube and figure out what I just clicked. Had this one play out. Click create instance with the mage, and it opened up 2 of these. Oh god. Okay. Possibly a debug only bug, but I clicked create instance with the mage and it opened 2 instances. One with the mage and one with the warrior and mage. Oh, this probably indicates that a party in transit is still in existence somewhere. I had tried starting a battle with the warrior and mage and then canceled it. Okay, I still battle, win, click repeat, win, close, and I get the green border problem every time. Okay, let's try that out. So battle, win, click repeat, win, close. Oh, you know what this might have to do with? I wonder if it has to do with having more screen real estate. Like, I wonder if I save it like this and try it, if it would work. So battle, repeat. No, it still doesn't have it there. What if it has to do with not having enough? If I try this. Still no. Maybe start the game over? Okay. Should probably set this back to 2x. Also strange that Dark said that it didn't follow the rogue. You click start battle. Okay, so win this battle. Then click repeat. And then close it. Strange. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. But I'll write this down anyway. Done it like 4 times, that happens every time. Let's see what's happening in the code, because there's the update borders thing. And the border only shows, it's based on the window size and is based on your content scale factor. So it could be a problem with those things. Size of what? The root size? Total width divided by 2. Where's the border width come in? Starting border width. What is that? Border width left, yeah. Is the issue here that you just have a very large monitor on 1x and you can see the entire map? Because we're probably going to stop you from zooming in or zooming out this much. Is there a public comprehensible list of reported bugs right now? No, there isn't. And there are a bunch of little known issues, and they are probably going to get reported quite a lot of times. And I recognize it'd probably be nice. You know what I should probably post a known bug report thing. Messing with settings and you get this bug. What is the bug? Oh, that this is off the screen? I think I know what you're talking about here. When you go from a high scaling setting to a lower one, it sometimes kind of messes up. If you just click the restore button in the upper right there, and then click the maximize button again, does it seem to fix whatever happened that was wrong? Yeah, I posted the bug report channel. I think I should do that. Start of game, touching nothing else. Yeah. I'm guessing it's a Windows problem, and I'm guessing it has to do with the size of the monitor. This probably has to do with Windows, with the size of the window, and the scaling factor, which I assume is 1 for the people who are hitting this. It doesn't seem to repro for me with my normal settings. All right, so one of the things we got to figure out is post the known issues to Discord somewhere. I might not even spend the time doing this, to be honest. I think there are a lot of issues, and unless I make a public GitHub, I think it's going to be a lot to maintain. Somewhere I can drop the crash report. You can drop it on Discord. What operating system are you on, Krasner? Perhaps when you get a bug report, repost to the bug report channel. Yeah, there are quite a lot of issues though, and I need there to be enough context for a new player to be able to understand what the bug is. On Mac, okay. Yeah, I'm still curious. Unknown, I think, said that the game crashed on Windows. That was the only crash I heard of on Windows, though. Take a look. And my PC just crashed. Not sure if it was due to the game. Windows 11. Yeah. Is there a hard end of the game? It's just when you beat Volcano 3. That's all. There is no autosave, no. Okay, I still need to go back because Dark had said something. about the other bug. Where was it? The border issue, check the build, running on that. What ring do I have? It's just a random silicone ring. Like a $3 ring. I do like the bright color though. Okay, so yeah, how do we get in a state? Dark, can you try to come up with the repro for this one exactly? You said you had auto battle enabled, and the part I didn't get is you said you toggle it after the countdown was finished, and I don't think that's possible. Although maybe that's the bug. Like when the countdown finishes is when it's just going to immediately start the battle. So maybe you somehow did it at like the 0.1 seconds remaining. I could slow this down. So they make it in the portal. Yeah, this is disabled. Can't even click this. Maybe it's if I click repeat battle. I don't think so. What is that? I gotta investigate this just in case it's a bigger bug. Yeah. We can turn this off, but we can't turn it off in such a way that I'm not sure. I don't know how we'll hit this. Maybe when they don't need healing. What if I start in the forest? How would I not need healing though? I guess I'd need to do so much damage. I don't think there's a way to do that much damage. Actually, you know what? We could put points in everything. Okay. Auto battle over here. Interesting. You can click the battle button here without the menu even showing up and just spam the place with potions. And actually, out of curiosity here, if I just grant a bunch of points. All right. Can we handle all of the potion throughput? Not yet, but maybe if I do this. Still no, they can't. But they do a pretty good job. Yeah. I know I'm not even testing the issue anymore. I'm just watching all these sell a bunch of potions, which is very fun. Yeah, who knows what caused this? Because it could be anything. Paladin, Cleric, Rogue, ended the battle full health. Nice. Can I please grab stuff out of the hands of adventurers? You want to be able to do that? Because I thought that's something you shouldn't be able to do. It was intentional that you can't take it from someone. I guess I don't really have a problem with you doing it though. Let's see. What would it look like? Oh, it'd be really hard in this case. This is actually running at 1x speed, but like you can't even, they're moving too fast. I could slow them down. No, even then, I think it'd just be difficult. Yeah, depending on how fast they move, it might just not even, it might be a feature you only ever do accidentally. Just watch them take the items all the way to the portal to drop it. But then you can take it once they've dropped it. I know what you're saying. Like I have the rogue holding a bow, so when I click repeat battle, they walk into here and then they drop it. But at that point, I could just pick it up and then put it into here. Drop the items the moment they're heading to the portal. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. The only issue that I think players could have is like, okay, right here, the witch doctor had a sword. If I start a battle and they're just like randomly, they're on this path, then it'll drop the sword and you might not notice it and it might disappear. Although someone else could go and pick it up. I don't really mind either way. So yeah, I don't mind having them drop it as soon as they are about to go to a battle. Editing settings have it. Yeah. That definitely needs to be done. Yeah. In fact, a decent amount of bugs have arisen from just having these components here. And I probably should have gotten rid of 3x and 4x because then people probably wouldn't have the issue where you just get stuck. Why wait if I can snatch the item out of their hands? Well, like I said, if you can like look at how fast this is moving, just clicking them to try to get the item might be tough. So that if they're moving even faster later in the game, that maybe the only time you're like, I'm just trying to drag the camera and you end up picking up items half the time. That's why I think you shouldn't be able to pick them up from adventurers, because probably most of the time you don't mean to. And then all of a sudden you're like, ah, darn it, who had that? Where do I need to put this? Did you load from a save file? Because, yeah, this is what happens when you load from a save file. Loading is just broken right now. I fixed the like biggest issues, but I didn't fix that yet. Yeah. I'm against the adventurers dropping the item in random spots. I'm very likely to not notice and have the item disappear. Yeah. Well, okay, what if there were an ability in the game that eventually sort of addressed this? Like, what if there was something like item teleportation? It says items on the ground will teleport to the storeroom if there is space. Would you like that as a solution? Because I might end up doing that. Actually, that would be a very, very massive impact, like a positive impact for the player, but such a massive impact because then your adventurers wouldn't need to move from the portal. Yeah, or a skill that items never expire. That one's a little bit harder because you might end up producing so many items that the game just slows down. Seeing the fact that someone could pick it up again and put it in the shop really quick instead of having to run them all back. Yeah, I think we need to add in that skill. Where I wrote a skill about regeneration somewhere. Where did I write that? Regenerate. Skill? Do we add that? I don't know where I wrote this. But whatever, I'll just write it in the design doc. Player-wide abilities. Item stuff. Sales. Yeah, I don't like this. So shop bonuses. Yeah, I don't know where I wrote it, so I'll just write this here. Items teleport to the storeroom from the ground if there's space. This would also address the issue where adventurers drop their items near the portal when they enter a battle, when they're about to battle. Hey, Leander. Oh, crows, thank you. Oh, and Twitch gifted an extra 2 subs? Is that saying that Twitch just gave subs? Oh, no, Twitch gave an extra 1 sub. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. And welcome, new subs. But yeah, I think I missed a couple of things. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. Please do leave feedback through the official provide feedback button here. It just opens up a form. And yeah, please fill it out there. That way we have everything all consolidated. Because in the first checkpoint, I think we got like 47 responses. And then we only got 38 for the second checkpoint. Also, man, this morning has flown by. Let me see what else I missed. Okay, I clicked auto battle, a lost battle with Paladin on Volcano 3. Countdown was 10 plus seconds, then got stuck after it finished. Auto battle, Volcano 3, Paladin. And it was a lost battle. I think there's more to it than this. And I don't know what it is exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing it to happen. It'd be nice if there was a skill to move items to storeroom if they were despawning while you still had room. Oh, that's another way to do this, actually. No, we could do this. We could have a 2-point system to this. The first point just makes the items go to the storeroom if they would have disappeared. The second point can make them go to the storeroom as soon as they touch the ground. Yeah, that could be interesting. Started battling, canceled it before it started. Yeah, that's how it triggers, but I think it's only on certain window sizes. I'm going to have to test this on Windows myself, and that way I can try developing the solution there too. Or maybe, Dark, you can hit this issue, right? With the borders getting stuck? Maybe I'll ask you to tackle that one. I'm not sure. But yeah, everyone who's reported it seems to be on Windows, which implies that they're on the 1x scaling thing. Yeah, the quitting the game causing a crash is known. That's a Godot issue, not a me issue. Yours just started, mine got stuck. Oh, it happened on Mac? Are you on a Retina display? Do you have the scaling set to 1x or 2x in the game? Is this 1x or 2x? Because if it's 1x, I feel like that's the only way the problem can happen. Kevin is on Mac. Their scaling is... Another thing I said about the storeroom being almost useless now. Yeah, although I guess it would still be useless. I think the storeroom is going to matter a lot more once we have... Where is this? Yeah. No, wait, that's not it. Where is it? There was the issue I had written down. Feedback. I wrote this somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, the storeroom has much less of a purpose when adventurers can move items. Not sure what I need to do. 1x, got it. Okay, that is good. Then hover over walking to portal section / cancel and then let the battle run and close it. You're left with the green borders. I think it's the borders of walking to portal. That's very interesting. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so what are we doing here? If you click start battle, hover over walking to portal section and cancel button. So start battle, hover over the cancel button to make these characters not walk so fast. And let the battle run and then close it. You're left with green borders. Yeah, don't move your mouse outside the area. Yeah. I only did that because we had something we needed to fix for that. Let's close this. And oh, it was the speed of characters. That's right. Okay, so don't move your thing outside of this. Oh, I picked a cleric though. The cleric's never gonna actually finish this battle. Let's just pick the rogue. There we go. Okay, now let the battle run and then close it. Okay, that doesn't cause it to happen for me, I guess. We hover over this, or even the cancel button. In fact, I can even click the button but not let go. And now click close. Hey, Wake Lazy, thank you. Didn't know you could right click and get skill points back. Yes, but hopefully, did you realize there are now minus buttons next to this? Because you could click those now, and those didn't exist in the previous version. That just always happens to me, even after closing my first battle and having clicked nothing. Man, everyone's hitting this issue, and I can't even hit it once. But I'm guessing it has to do with the 1x scaling, or window size, or monitor size, or something. I don't know what. in the code what makes the borders show. So in instances manager is what we have update borders. And we figure out what width to have the border show at. Actually, I guess it's not just this. Yeah, what am I talking about? No, there's got to be something else that does this. It's apparently only this. Oh, yeah, because it's setting the border. Yeah, it's this. So the border width, if it's 0, it just won't show on the left and right. What you're seeing is the left and right borders hovering there. So this is being set even though there are no instances open. In fact, what I could do is I could just do something like this, or you could do this, I guess, which is if border width is greater than 0 and num slots is 0, then set a breakpoint, something's wrong. So yeah, that's the condition you'd want. In fact, I'll just paste this in the chat. My eyes literally totally ignored the minus. Yeah, I think we can make it a little bit clearer. But a lot of people complained in the first, well, not complained, I guess, but said, hey, it'd be nice to have a skill respecializing. And I was like, oh, it's always been in the game, but it's just not obvious. And now I think the minus makes it more obvious, but it's still a small button. Didn't change in-game scaling. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll need to look into this at some point, probably switch to Windows and do some dev there. But yeah, still, I think the most concerning issue of everything that's been reported is this one that I still can't repro, and I don't know how Dark is reproing it. Dark has auto battle on after losing a battle. So you enter a battle, you lose it, you turn auto battle on, and then you lose the resulting battle. And there's some way to get your character stuck. Dark, was it just the paladin, no one else in the battle? Yeah, thank you, Ski. I'll write that down too. You'll try recording a video? Okay, that would help. Yeah, I trust your repro for this, Ski. I just don't think it can happen for me with my settings. So I bet if I tried your exact repro on Windows with 1x and with, well, I guess I only have the 2 monitors, but I'm guessing it'll repro there. And then I'm guessing it's probably, well, hopefully an easy thing to figure out. Hey, like the notification system? The tips thing, you mean? Like the thing that says you can pick up items and stuff? All right. But yeah, that's the most concerning thing for me. This may or may not actually be an issue. What I think we're going to do on Monday is just tackle the feedback. Yeah. Start tackling the obvious bugs so that people can download the game and enjoy it without those bugs. Thanks, Callan. It does repro for me every time now with the hover thing, which is strange. Okay, yeah, but good to know. I will take a look. Okay, let's go look at the feedback form and see if we've gotten... Hang on a second. See if we've gotten some feedback already. Checkpoint number 2, checkpoint number 3. There it is. All right, 8 responses so far. Okay, good. There is a lot of feedback. I'm not going to read this on stream yet. So let me scroll so that I can show you this. All right, so here are the responses so far. Like I said, 8 responses. So far, people are having fun. That's good. A quarter of the people did not play a previous checkpoint. How people found out was, yep, through the stream. How actively do you want to play the game? People mostly said semi-actively or very actively, which is interesting, but I think we need to see more responses for this too. And then how do you feel about the current gameplay? I don't know what these responses represent. I think 1 is loved it and 10 is hated it. So yeah, some people do not like that it is not active enough is my guess. And I hope they built on those responses, but I'm not going to scroll down any further because that gets to the long answer ones. Do you have GitHub? Yeah. What are you asking about though, Settle? Are Are you looking for a certain repo or something, or this code in particular? Because the SKELESELLER code is not open source. Tenants hate it. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, cool. SKELESELLER, yeah. Would you like feedback as I find it, or note it all down and submit it in one go? I'm probably about to end the stream pretty soon. Like I said, this kind of just flew by, but I've been sitting in the same position for 3 hours and 11 minutes so far. I've taken no breaks. I have gotten no food. So I'm probably going to end pretty soon, in which case, if you want to send it through the feedback form, I think that's probably best. What's the command for the download link? It's the today command. Hate your color scheme that red isn't contrary to blue, nor is it a color gradient scale. It's just random colors. You mean the code, or you mean the game? Or are you talking about this bar? That page? Oh, that. Oh, in the Google form. Oh, yeah. I don't. Google picks those colors. Which Git do you use, and how do you keep the code hidden? Which Git? I'm using GitHub as the. Okay, so maybe you're talking about which source control. I'm using Git, and I'm storing the code on GitHub. And how do I keep it hidden? Is GitHub just has a private repo setting. I don't have to hide it on stream. It's copyrighted as I write it. This is true for anyone writing code. And I mean, the odds of someone being like, I'm going to go reproduce this entire game, but I need to watch Adam code it as I do it, it's just very low. If you were going to copy this entire game, you probably have the skills to just copy it yourself. And even then, hopefully nobody's doing that. But yeah, does it cost money? No, it doesn't cost money. It does cost money for some extra features you might want, which I'm not going to go into here. But yeah, private repos on their own, you can have as many as you want now, and it's totally free. It used to be you had to pay, I think, after some number of them or something using it in the first place. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, I do want to read through the feedback. I've got to compile some of that. I am going to try to do very little over the weekend, and I want to be intentional about this because I've been working very hard to try to get this launch to go well. And just based on what people have said in chat so far, it sounds like the bugs are very different and sort of lower stakes than they used to be. I know saving and loading is broken. I know that some little UI issues are happening, but in general, it sounds like people aren't hitting the issues like I can't read the buttons. That was a problem in the last checkpoint because of the scaling and resolution problems. And now it's like, you know what? Everything's at least legible and pretty crisp. And yeah, you can resize the window and everything. And people are running into issues for sure. I think it's good when you know an issue exists and you know what the solution is and you just haven't gotten around to it yet. Because this is an alpha. So it's like, I know there are bugs. It's not like I'm trying to release a fully bug-free game here. And even by the time we fully launch the game, it's not going to be bug-free, but hopefully those bugs are so minor that nobody ever really cares about them. The auto battle issue is so random, can't hit them again. But okay, Dark, how about this? When you hit it, were you using any debug functions whatsoever, or was it a production build? Like, did you ever open this menu? Because I know that you can hit it through create instance. And I don't know if that's just a debug problem or if that's an everyone problem. Minor bug, nitpick really. Exported the game ran. Okay, so it was a production build. Yeah. Dark said this seems sort of random. It was definitely a production build though. Nice, Wicked Lazy. Now you can change your name to just Lazy. You're working your way up in the world. Spend the morning planning the next checkpoint, collecting feedback, and addressing bugs. Streamed for over 3 hours without moving. Oh man, yeah, the plan for Monday is definitely just address feedback. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna stabilize for a bit. So maybe like 1 to 3 days next week, or I guess 1 to 2 streams next week. Yeah, well, let's say like 1 to 2 stream days next week. How about that? Yeah, and then probably start working on checkpoint number 4. Yeah. I think the two biggest things are going to be skill trees and getting customers to act like customers. Add proper skill trees for adventurers. Yeah. Change your images to wicked. Well, I think the game needs to get done. Then you can change it to just wicked. All right, I gotta go. I gotta get food. I'm not gonna do an afternoon stream today, so this is just it. I don't think we had anything else on the list. This stuff is just accumulated for so long, though. But thank you all who tried the game. If you have not tried it yet, again, please do consider trying it. Please consider wishlisting it on Steam. By the way, I'm also now streaming on Steam. I am using Obsidian, yeah. I just tend to use it for sort of persistent notes. If you take a look at this command, it explains a little bit more about that. But yeah, there's a link to the game if you don't mind playing it over the weekend and giving feedback. There's a link to the game on Steam if you just want to go to it and click this add to wishlist button. And I am gonna go take a break. I'm gonna go get a nice lunch that I'm gonna treat myself to. I'm gonna play some Zelda, which I just got yesterday. I'm very excited. I am really looking forward to reading the feedback. I'm hoping that checkpoint number 4 goes smoothly. We've got a lot of work to do. But yeah. Oh wait, you know what I should do? I should go see if I can raid somebody because I'm never ending my stream at this time. I am seeing different people online. Okay, let's go host Alt F4. I don't usually get to raid them. Yeah, it looks like they started somewhere recently. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good time. Have a good rest of your day. I'll be back on Monday. What happened to my... There it is. Okay, yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.